up to what point is it enough? Up to what point can we say, oh yeah, BTK can swing with it? Now before the draft, we have to consider their hero pool.
Yes.
Is it big enough now? Is it enough that, yeah, Victor suddenly has a Lapu-Lapu? Is it enough that maybe White Chicken can now play a solid Esmeralda?
Those are the questions that need to be answered by BTK. And now we are going to take a look at the fans. Woo. They are passionate. They are loud. We are going to get into this, man. So many agents on the line. Honestly, is it Singapore or is it the Philippines?
No, let's face the facts. Blacklist International, they have home ground advantage.
Yeah.
Technically,
there's agents everywhere, man.
There is.
You saw the swing between Singapore, right? You saw that Singapore just prefers or has a love for Blacklist International like no other. So yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if some of the people just showing the logo are actually Singaporean. Like,
somebody advantage, but this is a great time to talk about the point that BTK, they've never played in front of a crowd.
Shout out, Kurt Russell. Okay, you read that. I can't read it.
I'm sorry, I can't read it too. I
Leo.
guess.
Show it again.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
What's up, Kurt Russell, General, Rose Enriquez, CJ Micaela, and to Sean's Journal in France, Ronquillo. There you go.
Hey, perfect. Hey.
Awesome.
All right. Anyways, again, BTK, they've never played in front of a crowd. They've only played in online tournaments back.
They've never met.
Exactly, they've never met. The first time they met as a team was in the airport coming to M3. How crazy is that?
That's a huge buff for them.
You know what else is a crazier story?
What?
They didn't even meet in Singapore. They didn't even meet in the States. They were from different states. One of them was from Canada. They met in Turkey on a layover.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is where I have to say, this is why online dating works, you know? You just get to know each other online, and then when you meet, there's just a spark, and then it happens. Look at me and Mirko. We never met before, but you know, we're pretty tight. We're good friends.
Absolutely,
right?
baby LaFell.
Daddy Mirko.
Before this goes sideways, I just have to build on the fact that one of them, Zia, wasn't even really part of the lineup when they won the NA qualifiers, the North American Championships. It was someone else playing mid.
Shout out to online dating, man.
Right? So Zia was shortlisted among others. I had a conversation earlier this week with Victor, and quite the tale that they've created this monster of a team that nobody expected to stomp throughout the upper bracket. And now, for the first time, we're seeing them in their most vulnerable state. They have to fight for their lives.
They've earned the respect to be here, but it's time for them to beat the best, to become the best.
But the thing is, BTK, this is the first time that they're really fighting for their lives, right? Blacklist, they've been doing it for a lot of games now. So right now, it really is Blacklist in the driver's seat. They get to dictate the pace of this game. It's just that from the side of BTK, are they going to show something new or more of the same coming in? You know, like if something worked, they just keep replicating it. Right now from the side of Mobazane, one of the key to victories is to create space for him. I'm trying to think. That might be very difficult because, again, like Blacklist right now, they're kind of playing with no mercy. So I'm not so sure if Mobazane gets to have a lot of space here.
That might be their next stage of evolution. They might have to learn to rely on others beyond Mobazane, beyond White Chicken. Maybe Zia. Maybe Zia. Look at a smile on his face. He's actually feeling the energy in the room. I'm not sure if he knows we're talking about him, but I wish he did because this young man...
If he nods, then he can hear.
Yeah, this young... No, he can't.
Okay,
of course.
He can't. Yeah.
We have state-of-the-art soundproofing for our players, all right? So I have to say, he has earned the love and respect of everyone watching M3 because who'da thunk? Who'da thunk?
Well, for everyone here. Oh, Malaysian flag. Hey, shout outs, even though that's modern. I miss Malaysian food.
Oh man, I miss Indonesian food as well. I mean, I haven't seen an Indonesian flag right now. It's pretty sad.
And anyone has an Indonesian flag? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Serumput, man.
With all of these agents and Filipinos in the row, I feel okay. It feels like home.
It actually does.
Mobazane.
So there's more fans of BTK hiding. So they're out here. They're out here. Show some love. They're out here.
They have a PNG picture of him.
Ooh. I think it's from the website. Solid website, by the way. Updated by the minute.
By the minute.
Very good website, Monton.
We're still waiting for the drafts to start, ladies and gentlemen. Please be patient with us. Now it's time to talk about what crazy strategies they can bring out here. Last time around, they brought the Saber. They
You
went
really
for a
want
full
that
pick
Layla?
composition. What?
Do you really want that Layla?
I do.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
So let's talk about something else then.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Besides learning to play around Zia, besides learning how to put trust in Fight Chicken and Victor, which they do,
Yeah.
I think it comes down to refining that dive. Maybe, I'm not saying they have to learn how to re-engage. I'm not saying they have to learn how to rope-a-dope like Onic, PH. But maybe, just maybe, they show the crowd here in Suntech something new. Maybe they find a way for Shark to play more of those Matildas,
I mean,
those Rafaelas, which he did earlier today. Just maybe in a new way.
I feel like it's almost a macro kind of thing because they
Exactly,
have,
yeah.
It's like they have to outrun, outdance Blacklist International because I feel like we have to respect their mechanics. I feel like the mechanics are good.
Their mechanics are solid.
The mechanics are solid. The hero pool could be adjusted. However, I feel like in this very, very short time, it's very difficult to learn new heroes. And yeah, we were seeing more and more BTK fans over here. So yeah, I feel like the hero pool is a little bit too late. The mechanics are great. Now they just have to really refine their macro because what we have actually talked about behind stage is they play reactionary.
Yeah.
Our rotation is based on you,
Yes.
not based on ourselves.
Yes, and now we see the possible disconnect where things may have gone wrong for them since their defeat. They have this mindset of a reactionary playstyle. We will move around based on what you do. We will ban based on what you're good at. But our intentions is to dive you hard, is to be aggressive, is to get in your face and dictate the pace. So where is the disconnect? If they can bridge that, if they can find a way to make that work, then, you know, Bob's your uncle. Well, in this case, BTK.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob sponging, taking everything, absorbing all the knowledge from all the other Southeast Asian teams.
Full circle.
Full circle coming in. But we are 1 minute. We have 1 minute left until we enter the drafts. This is going to be a very interesting draft because BTK, they've definitely learned. All right, I was actually in the lift with them going downstairs. I heard their conversation a little bit
Juicy.
I'm pretty sure they're going to ban the Yuzan. I'm not going to lie here. They do not like
Who's
the
that?
Yuzan. That was Edward.
Oh.
They don't like the Yuzan, especially Moba Zane. He felt like it just completely nullified their entire composition, making it messy, making them unable to go for these brawls. Hey! You know, it's good to see, even though RQ...
There's a reason
I
why.
feel sad with you.
There's
Oh,
a
no, he's
reason why
trying to, it's
this
fine.
is a world championship, all right?
Yeah.
We may have a relatively small crowd as compared to years past of esports events, but it's still a world championship, so we appreciate everyone in the arena, everyone at Suntech.
It's okay. Every person here, their passion can make up for 10 people, man.
True.
True.
So we have 1 million people here. Well, actually, no, not really, but you know.
Math doesn't check out, but we appreciate everyone.
Yes. Thank you, Leo, for covering for me. Anyways,
I got
we're going
you.
into
5
the-
seconds to the draft. I got
Yeah.
you.
All right, well, it's time to just get ready for the draft. Are you guys ready for the draft? Game number 1, Blacklist and BTK. Let's get straight into it right here, ladies and gentlemen. I think it might be the Yuzong band first. Nope, let's see here. Estes, Aldous, and Clint for the side of BTK. Blacklist still going with the 2 bands, perhaps even 3 bands towards Moba Zane. If they are going for another Moba Zane band, it should be the Roger right here.
Looking at the bands right now, coming in from the side of BTK, not really showing much. It's just that they're really focusing on certain heroes from the side of Blacklist International. Oh, that eye hit me. Sorry, the light hit me. Anyways, from the side of Blacklist, again, they're probably just focusing on Moba Zane. However, I feel like this is a situation where Blacklist is not really showing their cards too much as well, because we see how Onyx Philippines deal with it. They open certain heroes like Natan to really force out the side of BTK to play their usual heroes, where Onyx Philippines, they know how they play, so they might as well just counter the playstyle instead of countering the heroes themselves.
Is this a bait? Heave has been left open
Yeah,
here.
I feel like it's a
BTK,
bait, yeah.
they can take it away right now, but remember that Yuzong, just like I mentioned, might be in the sights of Blacklist International.
Yep. Blacklist can swing back with the Yuzhong and something if BTK does pick up Eve. But instead, no, they're looking to neutralize the Filipino sniper, picking up the Beatrix. And I was going to say, as soon as I saw Blacklist ban out the Nathan, what does this leave Oheb with?
Yeah. Honestly, okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Beatrix pick, because the way that White Chicken used it and the way that Oheb used it is very, very different. Oheb, he likes to play from far. White Chicken, with this Beatrix, he actually likes to play in front of your face. So from the side of Blacklist International, they have to be careful whenever they're checking a bush, because White Chicken can actually delete you. Even though they're from behind, as long as he has that Blade of Despair, it's not going to be a good situation where the squishies open up the map.
Oh, but BTK actually picking up the Cho here for Victor once more. This might be the tank emblem Cho like we've seen many times from Victor, as they are going to try to close out the drafts. Now, again, the Yves has been picked up for the side of Blacklist International with the Paquito as well. BTK, do they want to go for a pick like the Barretts, perhaps the Yuzong to cancel that Yves out? Or perhaps do they want to go for an Esmeralda and put this Cho into the hands of Shark? We haven't seen it so far, but maybe they've learned in this time. Oh, Granger in the first phase.
This early on, could have gone for the Roger, but BTK seems to have a new plan. They have a new game, and honestly, I'm stumped, but maybe LaFell has thoughts here.
Right now, they're showing their hand. They want to kite things out. They have the Granger, they have the Beatrix, a lot of long range. Again, I just talked about how White Chicken, he actually likes to play close, but they have Peel coming in from the side of Cho. So I think the idea that they have right now, Blacklist, with the Ube strategy, they want to chase. So we just run away, but while we run away, we're going to attack them. And we do have to remember, this Granger did give a victory on the side of Blacklist International, but for that one, Blacklist made a lot of mistakes with the Matilda initiations.
Yeah, so it's another different story here. Completely changed.
Your team is banning.
Completely changed the narrative, but just as I say that, there's a Matilda. It's the same, you're right. So has BTK checkmated the queen here? Did they force the Matilda onto Oh My Venus with the same intent? We're about to find out. Going to the second phase of the bans here, the Yuzhong's still out there.
The Yuzong is still up there. The Esmeralda as well from Blacklist International. They need to get that out of the hands of BTK. Sure, they have picked up the Cho. We haven't seen the Cho go anywhere else except for the XP lane, but maybe they have adapted. This might be the chance for them to pick up something, because look at this. It's so worth it. If Blacklist leaves that Esmeralda open, are you telling me they won't go for it? That is a Yves and a Matilda.
Eve and Matilda, again, from the side of Blacklist, they want to engage, but they do have this Eve to really lock down any kind of team fight that they want to do. Lilia has been banned. I feel like this is a very good ban, because BTK, they have a lot of minion control, right? They can clear the minions very, very fast. So I feel like banning those kind of heroes would actually benefit them, because come late game, BTK will more likely make the mistake, and then they can finally end the game. BTK, they banning out this Barretts is actually very good, because with that composition, it's going to be very, very difficult to defeat this very, very tanky hero. So I'm looking at, do they want to ban something else, kind of like a Uranus kind of situation?
Perhaps, right?
Or Esmeralda, you know, anyone that's very, very tanky in front.
The thing about Esmeralda for BTK is who's going to play it. If you say that they're still going to pick up the Esmeralda, I think Blacklist is respecting the fact that it's not coming out anymore. Does that mean Zia has learned how to play the Beatrix?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are they going to evolve that quickly?
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say here. Maybe even the Cho going into the hands of Shark. That's how crazy this draft can be, and that is why these flex picks are just so good in the first phase. But again, BTK, every time they pick up the Beatrix, it has been for the gold lane. Every time they pick up the Cho, it has been in the XP lane. So they're going to have to do like a crazy adaptation to be able to pull that off.
Right now, I'm looking at Blacklist draft, and what BTK wants to do. This is a very dangerous game for BTK if suddenly Oheb picks up an Alice, because if he dives in, they're not going to be able to run away.
Exactly.
And, yeah, even though if they will get knocked out by the Cho, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She's still singing that Blood Oath. But the question is, who's Blacklist holding back? And it looks like they're still missing that hero on Wise. They're keeping Wise in check to try and answer that early Granger.
The Yisun Shin has been banned. Aldous, Barretts, and Hylos as well. They're using their draft against them. Blacklist International and BTK. This is intelligent drafting right now, but we are going to take a look at what BTK is going to go for.
Something tells me Bane.
Bane for BTK?
No, Blacklist for Bane.
Exactly.
Look at this. This is
That's the only thing left over.
Yeah, this is the MPL Philippines Season 8 finisher, right? The Eve, the Matilda, and the Bane. That's nasty. So if BTK doesn't pick up on that, then they might be on the receiving end of a deadly catch.
Oh, let's see. For the side of BTK, it is the Grok and the Selena pickup. And now Blacklist with the main open. Do they want to go for it, or perhaps do they want to go for a different jungler here?
Right now, BTK, they really want to go full on aggressive. So apparently they're not going to kite. They're just going to use all the early game advantage that they have. Wesker on this Beatrix, Granger having that very early power spike, Selena and the Grok. However, from the side of Blacklist, if they can wait this out, then they're going to lose a lot.
Yep, Zia is making his debut on the Selena. Never played it in M3.
Well, we're going to have to see how he performs here, because it is now or never a high-risk, high-reward hero, like we mentioned so many times before. Blacklist International with the final pick. It is going to be the Kimmy, not the Bane, coming in. What are your thoughts on this?
The thing about the Kimmy is it's more of a precise tool. As compared to the Bane that can win these huge trades and just steamroll through objectives, the thing about the Kimmy is it chooses who it kills. It's so much more specific. So I'm guessing that's the call between Bonchan and Wise.
Well, let's see if it pays off.
I honestly want to see what emblem are they going to put on his Kimmy, because if he has the jungle emblem, then we're going to look at a very fast-paced game between both these teams, where a lot of kills as well as turret stealing is going to be a factor in this game. However, if it is the Mage Kimmy with Mystery Shop, then yeah, I think Blacklist, they're just going to outplay BTK by waiting out their winning condition. And it's like, all right, your winning condition's over, time for us to play.
Well, it's time to enter the portal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into the land of dawn. I want to hear it. Break the code, or BTK USA. Spam it in the chat right now as we are going to get into the first game.
Here we now finally see an answer. It's Fried Chicken still on the Beatrix. Victor on that semi-tank show, played from the side lane. Honestly, I do believe that is innovation. He's one of the first few we saw do that, rock in that concussive blast, and that's a cool switch. He's facing off against the Brody on Oheb.
Yeah, but right now, BTK, they're playing a little bit slower. Maybe they're just waiting for Mobazine to hit level 4, but the arrow hits, and he doesn't want to go in just yet. I'm looking at BTK, when are they going to be like, yep, let's do it right now?
Yeah, they're going to have to keep on looking for these Abyssal arrows connecting, and they need to capitalize on the fact that they hit it, all right? Because a lot of the times here, for the side of Blacklist International, they have so much peel, it's going to be so hard to pull the trigger from the side of BTK. So it's about when.
Yep, this is the same strategy, the maneuver that Blacklist International, week in, week out, they pulled this out during MPL Philippines Season 8, where they would switch Oheb and Edward for a better early lane game advantage. And so far, we're seeing signs of that, but I guess Zia's buying the neutralizer here. He's using his kit as a Selena to make sure that the rotations from the mid aren't as easy.
Well, actually, Victor is able to steal away the gold buff. Venus goes in. Zia chunked very, very low, forced to recall away. Mobazane rotated the mid lane, going in for that Rhapsody, only connecting a few bullets onto Haji. Victor's just going to soak in the minion waves here in the top side, letting Blacklist International taking a huge chunk of that turret gold.
That's huge. Look at that swing right now. There's nothing you should count out, especially in the first 2 minutes of the game. 200, 300 goes a lot, especially if you put it in the right place.
Yes.
Right now, I'm actually looking at the side of BTK. They have a lot of missed opportunities. When they have the crowd, they can open the map very, very wide. And with this, with Zia on the Selena, they really should have pressured Wise when he's trying to take the buff and let Granger just basically free farm.
Oh my god, that's first blood for Victor! He gets a solo kill onto the Prince, presented to you by Razor.
That was a heartfelt 1v1. These two guys, Oheb and Victor, they're good friends outside of the game, and I can imagine a smile on both of their faces like, you got me, you got me.
Oh, look at this though. Amazing flicker by the side of Zia to get away from that knockout strike, as Edward almost just brought him to Blacklist International. Now the Abyssal Arrow connecting once more onto Wise. This is going to be huge. Let's see if BTK can capitalize on this. A 4v4 with Ranger coming in. Let's see. Victor already opening up the map, and look at Zia! He gets the Abyssal Arrow, and that's going to be Wise taken down. They're going to go for more right now as Shark jumps in, gets Oheb, and Blacklist International forced to back away 3-0 in the 3rd minute of the game.
One of the biggest things that happened just now was Shark managing to get level 4. Once he has that, he can charge it and he can knock up a lot of people. But again, Zia getting that stun, and then the Grog putting the blockage behind him and then charging in. That was a big turn of events. BTK, this is how you play the draft. It's just that how they can maintain this kind of pressure because, again, they are on a clock. And when you're facing against Blacklist International specifically, is a 7-minute mark.
The side lanes are all being won by the side of BTK. This is not good for Blacklist. That's how they usually play. That's how they're able to get the pressure done. And look at this. First turret might go to the hands of BTK.
Yep, again, as soon as Zia and Shark have figured out how to start rotating aggressively, then that's exactly when BTK gets into the driver's seat, gets full control of the wheel. Must give all my love to Shark. Shark is playing the classic Grok, and after Zia catches one with the arrow, they just take advantage. I remember when they saw here in this little area in the river, they took the Little Wanderer because of the power of nature. That's how on point this kid's mechanics are.
And look at how Shark is blocking the rotation sort of side of Blacklist International. They might just go for the dive right now. It's going to be the Abyssal Arrow not connecting onto Oheb. Still able to survive for now. Blacklist International and BTK. BTK now with a 2,000 gold lead. They're going to try to use this, to utilize this. And oh my god! Edward gets shot really low. That's Sonata being used, blocked away by Wise right now. As that's going to be Blacklist again on the back foot. Abyssal Arrow almost connecting. Mobazane now dashing in front onto Venus, getting the Rhapsody, but only connecting onto a full few of those bullets.
Looking at the situation, BTK, they really should hold the map very well. I like what Shark is doing. Like Mirko say, he's really slowing down the rotation coming in from Blacklist International. But Blacklist, come mid-game, they have to have someone able to open the map because whoever is walking, they can die from fried chicken. And this is a bad, bad, bad situation. BTK has the potential to snowball this out of control.
This is insane.
Zia's been holding out on us. This Selena is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we
5
haven't
minutes.
seen it at all, and this has just been insane. He has missed a few, but it's going to be actually Edward jumping in very aggressively now. Blacklist International with the start onto this turtle. Mr. Arrow will not be able to connect right there as Haji pops in. That real-world manipulation. Now Death Sonata being able to change and go for the poke, but Blacklist International is going to get that. BTK not responding with anything. Oheb going in, trying to hit Victor. BTK going for that mid lane pressure instead. Conceal.
You left fried chicken for 2 minutes, he takes 2 turrets. Look at that.
Oh my god,
That's
I
a
didn't
good
notice
trade.
that.
Yeah. The thing is, with these trades on the board, BTK, they like playing this. They're getting pressure on the map. Tier 2 is definitely much more worth it than a turtle.
Yep, and you can't even convert the turtle into another team fight because both teams decided to take it slow. So, fried chicken, amazing, taking advantage of this hero's kit and his position on the map.
Well, let's see. Blacklist might be collapsed on here, as that's going to be the turn of our memory used early. That is a big resource being popped already, and look at the damage. That's going to be that's the tier 1 turret, as Victor goes in for the way the dragon, able to connect onto Edward right now. Look at the wild charge! BTK are on a roll, 4-0 right now.
Yeah, this is perfect. They're using the draft with the utmost strength. Victor getting those flanks, getting those catches from behind. Zia catching anyone from the front. And then Shark, he just plays super aggressively. If anyone gets caught, he doesn't mind burning the flicker. He's going to go in, he's going to engage. And Blacklist International, they have a scaling composition. They can eventually come out of this hole. But if BTK keeps getting these turrets, choking out Blacklist International from their...
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Oh, Venus goes in for the Circle Eagle, bringing in have a look at a flicker coming in, and the disengage from Shark is going to be the kill picked up right now as an all-out fight breaks loose. Zia, caught in a bad situation, still able to flicker out of that one, but look at the health bars from the side of Blacklist. That's Sonata coming in to snipe them down. Edward going to the Mobazane. Oh my god, going to be able to take the damage with the real-world manipulation. That's 2-0. Oheb going in for the stun. Victor still able to get away, and that is just a beautiful trade for Blacklist, putting themselves on the board.
Could have sworn Haji was in the real-world manipulation for an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That was going on forever. He was drawing lines across people. Could have sworn it went off the screen, but truth be told, that was a great engagement by Blacks International. They knew the limits of their heroes, they knew the limits of the rotations, and they were not scared at all. Oh My Venus stayed at the cusp of that border, and right now they bought themselves quite the lead. And it's waiting to happen. The swing is going to happen, and there it is. Blacklist back in this.
Yeah, and we have to look at itemization over here. Wise can deal a lot of damage. One, because he has that Ice Cream 1 to slow everyone up, and because he already finishes going 1, anyone staying in front, say the Grok or Victor on the show, they're going to burn for a lot of damage, and it will deter any kind of engagement coming out from them. But from the Blacklist International side, we have to look at Haji. If he can drop this real manipulation onto onto Fried Chicken, then that's great. That's amazing, because you need to take care of this Beatrix first because before she becomes a problem.
Both of these teams need to play towards their winning condition. Blacklist International were finally able to force their playstyle upon BTK, going for a 5v5 fight. BTK, once again, they need to isolate these members. They need to be able to pick one by one, utilizing Shark and Zia. Those are the two engaged tools that you need to utilize. If you keep on going in like that, it is not going to be good.
As soon as they read where Zia likes to put his arrows and his traps, it'll get a little better for Blacklist International. But until then, BTK can actually still just rely on White Chicken with that Renner.
Oh, Edward.
I'm interested how they're going to use this flank. It's such a great position by Edward.
Yeah, but look at that. Actually, the missile arrow connecting onto Oheb, that is going to give them a little bit more time to reposition themselves. Huge, again, by Zia, going up against his Filipino brethren.
Oh, yeah. The Phil-Canadian sensation in Zia. Just flexing on us, suddenly showing us a Selena like no other. It's different. It's a good mix between Sawo's Selena and the Selenas of other teams here in M3. And so far, Blacks International, oh, look at this. Victor finding the flank.
Yeah, going in onto Haji, but unfortunately it is Haji. That is his signature hero. He knows how to deal with it. He knows the limits of that, but look, obviously arrow almost connecting on Oheb, but Edward will be able to change a few shots, a few hits with Victor right there in the bottom side bush as the Lord spawns in that top side. Presented to you by TikTok Live.
I like money. Let's talk about the goal of fear. Blacklist International, they're in the lead, and this is not what you want from the side of BTK because they have the scaling composition. Sooner or later, they're going to hurt a lot, especially Haji coming in from this Eve because her damage is very deceptive. From the side of BTK, they're playing this macro game. Let's look at Victor, how he's moving around the map. He's not really looking for a lot of flanks when it's not necessary. He will stay in the lane, try to get pressure, but when they're setting something up, then he'll come. Their macro is much better in this game.
To be fair, there's a lot of decision trees that Victor has to go through, right? He can force that bottom lane, he can try to go for flanks, or he can just wait in a bush and keep Blacklist International thinking. BTK has somewhat of a vision advantage given that they have the traps by Zia, and Shark can clean up bushes. Oh My Venus has to actually check and look manually with those Soul Blooms. So that being said, Victor has a few more space, a little bit of margin of error. Unless Blacklist makes a huge mistake, it could lead into a quick cleanup. And I guess that's why Haji, he knew that. He picked up the Purify.
Yeah, that bottom tier 2 is just so huge right now for the side of BTK. Because they were able to get that earlier now, it is always going to be pushed in up until the inhibitor. And Blacklist will need to constantly be checking on that.
The game is slowing down. Blacklist, they're liking this because why? He's just going to keep scaling up. It will be a situation where he will melt everyone. It really doesn't matter what kind of defensive items that you build. And especially right now, we see Haji already having that Genius Wand. Genius Wand having three magical damage heroes is going to be a situation where BTK, they're going to lose out on the damage. They really need to step up because they're losing the map slowly to Blacklist.
Yeah, Y is already scaling. Again, remember, that is a scaling Kimmy right here. Already has the Ice Queen wand alongside with the Glowing wand. The longer the game goes, the more damage she is going to do. But BTK, all they need to do is get that one pick off onto that, with that Selena. The Abyssal Arrow is going to be crucial in which fights they win.
Look at itemization right now. Wise has more items than we thought. He already has his Genius Wand, and on the way, creating that Winter Truncheon. And from the side of BTK, White Chicken, he has a lot of damaging items over here. He has the Blade of Despair as well as the Hunt Strike, so he's going to be very, very strong. He's going to be very, very tanky as well with that Brute Force Breastplate. But this is a much more patient BTK. It almost looks like a little bit scared. I don't know how to think about this.
Yeah, unlike their name, they're not thirsty here. It seems like they're very, very patient.
Yeah, they played the first 3 minutes perfectly. And then they're like, okay, we have a lead. What do we do with this?
Oh, that's Sonata actually taking a huge chunk of Haji's health. And this might be the setup for the Enhanced Lord. Yep, it is. BTK already starting this up. Haji has to recall, forced to recall right now. And if they take the fight, it might be bad. Let's see how they position Haji here, because that is going to be the name of the game. Abyssal Arrow connecting onto the backside. Oheb's going to get connected too. It's going to be the Yeeb going in for the real revelation. But look at the damage coming in. Zia still gets away. The Lord has been taken down. Wise picks up the kill. A double kill actually right now as Victor is forced to run away. But it is a 2-kill lead for Blacklist for the trade-off onto that Enhanced Lord.
That's a good question to ask. Is it worth it? The 2 kills for the Enhanced Lord. Looking at Blacklist International's lineup, I'd say yes. They'd make quick work of this Lord when it does come out in about a second. Down bottom. that's slowly a win.
In fact, look at Edward. Edward actually faced off 1v1 against White Chicken in the back. He tried to fight against that Paquito. It's not working out. He will outdash you. He will go to your face, and he does a lot of more burst damage. So yeah, they're really scaling up. Even Edward over here.
A very tactical game so far for both of these teams. But look at White Chicken. He's waiting in the bush. He has the Wesker out. Oh my Venus doesn't walk into it. Very, very good call by him. He knows what to do in these situations. Shark will be able to zone away the members of Blacklist International. White Chicken going in. Abyssal Arrow won't be able to connect. Venus doesn't pull the trigger just yet. Mobazane goes in for additional damage. Real world inflation. Head flickers in. Unable to get the damage done. Torn apart memory has been used, but nothing much more. Victor on the flanks, unable to get anything for now, as both teams will again just move backwards. But look at that bottom side wave pushing constantly.
Right now, BTK, they're trying to win this out through macro. Because again, like you guys said, they have a lot of vision of here, especially when they have this Lina. Aji have to be very, very careful. And Blacklist International, they are waiting for an engage, but they're actually waiting for Haji to set the engage. So as long as BTK understand this, where Mobazane, he just has to keep his own distance, I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah, look at the wave clear from both of these teams. They're playing the macro game so well. It's been a tactical fight for both BTK. But look, White Chicken, this is the strength of this Beatrix. That huge wave clear and that huge siege potential. They need to be able to utilize this more. They have gotten a few turrets because of that, but it is not going to cut it if it's just 3 turrets. They need to take more here to get control over the next Lord.
Yep, and so far BTK, for the past 5 minutes, they've slowly become more confident in actually splitting up. There we saw a moment where it's 1, 3, and 1, right? You see Victor, you see Zane, or sometimes you see White Chicken apart. I'm guessing Blacklist is just looking for the window wherein BTK doesn't get to respond very quickly. Given Shark's ancient gift, just by sticking to a wall, he moves so fast. So the response time on their roamers is so high right now, and that's why nobody is willing to take a quick fight. Nobody's risking it. Oh, blind. Venice Rage there. Interesting.
Yeah, but looking at this as well, Blacklist International, let's see how they respond. They're moving 2-2-1. Haji is always being guarded by one of them. Oh, but look at that. Zia.
Yeah, Venus going in, but it's going to be the flicker used out by Zia right now. Edward is still waiting as well. This is going to be the battle of the positioning. Victor is going to be able to spot out Edward in that bush. Doesn't go for anything right now as Edward just goes for the wave clear. Venus, once again, opening up the map, gets a very good position onto BTK. They're forced to play on this bottom side where Blacklist controls that top side.
Minute by minute, I can see that maybe Blacklist International is slowly reading the movements of BTK. They're getting better and better flanks. They're reading Zia's arrows a little better. But at what point will that dive or will that engage off of Oh My Venus turn lethal? Because we've seen it again and again. BTK somehow knows Blacklist movements as well. They can read them. And look at that. They knew. Venus, we know you're there.
Yeah, they're downloading both of these players, both of these teams. They're doing so well right now in the positioning game. Victor, though, he's looking for something. He has the flicker. Will he go for it? No. Haji spots him out, knows exactly how Cho plays, and instantly that is a beautiful read.
This is a situation where BTK wants to pick them off, but how can you pick someone off when everyone has a bodyguard? Only Edward doesn't need a bodyguard because he himself is a bodyguard, but other than that, everyone is moving in a 2-man unit. So even if you do get someone, even if you do try to engage, the counter-engage coming in from Blacklist is very good because if we can actually draw the map, you can look at the pathing coming in from Blacklist. They're always moving at a certain perimeter where in case anything happens, they're more or less a flicker range away, so they can always re-engage, and this is why BTK, they're having a hard time as well.
Oh, let's see. Venus is already going to go on to Mobazane right now with the real information. Is going to be able to get him down, and that is going to be a 1-for-0 pick. The jungler for nothing. Blacklist International going in for the Lord right now. BTK, do they want to contest this? Honestly, they can't. Edward already going for the knockout strike. Able to connect on Zia right now as he's able to get away, but White Chicken goes in with the Nibiru's passion, able to get Venus very, very low. The Lord has been chunked down. Victor tries to open up the map, but it's not going to be for anything. He needs to run away now. Blacklist International on the chase. Victor is trying to get away, but look at the damage coming in. They're going to get collapsed on. They're going to get sandwiched. Edward on the damage. Victor has to win. The Dragon will be able to connect onto Edward, but look at Venus. He's looking for the engage right now, going for the Circling Eagle. Will be able to pop the immortality right now as White Chicken just does his best in the backside, but we're going to turn upon memory, able to get just everybody there, and that is going to be the 2-for-0 pick off for Blacklist on top of the Enhanced Lord. Edward, he's going to go under the base, forcing Zia to flicker.
You thought you were done, but not quite yet. Edward Balboa has a little left in the tank. An amazing execution by Blacklist International, coming in, not conceding a single death. they were able to get the Lord and eventually pick off the perfect targets. Could have sworn Victor should have gotten away. I think Victor thought that they could kite. I thought they were going to go for a back. A re-engage because Fly Chicken was there, but apparently not.
Oh my god, what is this? Winter Structure being used by Wise, but it's going to be him taking the kill down. Shark gets the pick off. Now Momozain in the run for the hills. He's going to be knocked out of the real world equation, and a kite against Venus. Shark comes in, but in the bottom side, there is an all-out fight. Fly Chicken gets a 1v1 over Oheb right now, as that is going to be a 1-for-2 trade. Edward now into the base. Inhibitor turret number 1 going to be taken away by Edward as Victor goes to put away the dragon. On the top side though, Haji losing out in a 2v2. It is going to be the full-out defense for BTK, but they've lost an inhibitor turret on the way to be exact.
Top and bottom.
Oh, wait a minute. This might be the end right here. Momozain going to be able to clear out the waves, but look, so much HP taken away from that base.
Yep, and even mid-tier 2, they're going to threaten this unless BTK gets back on track. Essentially what Blacklist International did is they baited them out. Look at this! He goes underneath. He's not done. He's going to survive. Oh, he's feeling the swag. He's feeling the swag.
That's why they call him Edward Balboa, baby. He shows up when it matters, going in for the flicker flank onto Momozain. Still 0, 3, and 4, by the way.
Here in the crowd here is amazing. But right now, actually looking at this game, they were quiet for a very long time. But after that Lord, it's just non-stop action. And BTK, they're playing to their win condition. They're trying to pick someone up. That is the time that they get the kills. But realistically, you don't get that chance all the time. And Blacklist International, Edward is being a problem. 1-1-1. Doesn't look like a crazy kill score, but he is super strong right now. How can you deal with this Edward BTK?
Man, BTK, they need to go for a desperate fight now. Fly Chicken has been taken very low. Edward gonna go into the backside, gonna be able to pick up the kill with the helmet of Haji right now. As Ohem targets the base, there's nothing that they can do, and Blacklist will lead the series 1-0. BTK unable to break the code on their first go right now.
Essentially, the last 5 minutes have been Blacklist conditioning BTK. They were playing chess. BTK thought they were playing chess, but there was a larger game of checkers. Slowly but surely, Blacklist found their window, and next thing BTK knew, they were in their house and they were taking their base.
The problem with chess, you have a timer. You have to keep clicking every single time you change. And unfortunately, for the side of BTK, they took their time.
They ran out of time.
They ran out of time. And then Blacklist is like, yes, you have been stopped. We're gonna take you down. We got the damage. We got the tankiness. You cannot beat out Edward Balboa. You're gonna be smashed.
Wow, what a performance, a statement in the first game, but BTK, they showed why they deserve to be here. That was an amazing tactical Mobile Legends game, something that we haven't seen a lot in M3.
Yeah, no, something that we haven't seen from them. So in the pre-game segment, we kept talking about BTK's gotta evolve. For them to stand a chance here, to fight for their lives, they have to evolve, and boy oh boy, in this game 1, in this best of 5, did they evolve?
This is a very, very good match. I can't wait for game number 2, an amazing game 1. It's time for Gideon and Wolf to say their thoughts.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Castistan with Wolf as well as me, Gideon Q. Wow. Good game coming in from BTK, actually. That mid-game was a lot scarier than what most people would have imagined. Zia on this Selena. Why didn't we get to see this earlier?
Exactly. That's really my question. We have seen BTK struggle against Onyx VH, for example, in their previous series, but then they whip out something like this. However, Blacklist International still holds true. I think that they really have woken up. Whatever Bonchan said during the pre-game interview about them like waking up like dragons, I think this is really how dragons look like.
Yeah, absolutely. But Blacklist International played a really solid game. I think they got really disrupted initially, but they played such an interesting way towards the later stages. 20 minutes game, by the way, 20 minutes with a total of only 15 kills.
And you can see that in the first 4 minutes of the game, it was actually BTK having a 3-0 kill lead as well as a 2.3 thousand gold lead in this game. They were actually in control and they were getting all of the kills that they needed. They were shutting down Wise as well as Oheb. In fact, there was a time where across the map, there were solo kills that BTK were able to get. But Blacklist International, come the 7-minute mark, it's just their timing and they hit it perfectly well.
Yeah, and the punishment that Oheb took on the top side of the map. Absolutely brutal, but you gotta give it to them. Blacklist International, I think at this point of time, you can understand that they had some very clear win conditions. Most importantly, holding on to Haji's real-world manipulation, one of the bigger win conditions for the team fight.
Most importantly, I think that what you can get out of Blacklist International is the fact that they use this real-world manipulation well in the team fights that matter so much. And the thing is, as much as you can have protection through the Grok to tank the damage coming out of the Kimi, as well as the initiation coming from both Matilda and Paquito, the Eve real-world manipulation is unstoppable. So unlike the targeted skills from other members of Blacklist International, the damage output from the real-world manipulation, as it is zone control, cannot be stopped by BTK. That's why the marksman coming out from BTK really struggled. So when the team fights did happen in the mid game, they were having problems from Haji's damage output. Unlike from the previous fights wherein it was more about the solo kills and all those skirmishes, the side of BTK were able to just get the outplays. However, in team fights, they didn't have as much strength against this Haji hero.
Well, I mean, overall, the team fights is where Haji is really going to shine. Making sure that 3 people is within his real-world manipulation makes all the difference. But you can see by the stats alone that Mobazane was able to get a good 703 GPM despite how chaotic this game was and how much pressure that he was feeling towards the mid-game, and the overall sandbag being Shark here. Even though he was just, really taking his time with the moments and slowing down these rotations coming in from Blacklist during that mid-game.
Yeah, you can see that this was a third pick Granger. And it was very questionable on my part to pick out the Granger, non-meta hero in a way. It's more of a niche pick. Yeah. On the third pick, after the Eve was already picked up, I thought that BTK was crazy. But then again, Mobazane, the way he played this Granger, he was on point with the Death Sonata, even using it as a way to dash away from his opponents. I really like how he played it. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Naturally, just the composition of Blacklist International countered this Granger just because of one hero, and that is the Eve.
Yeah, I mean, Eve, just natural Eve things, nothing too surprising there. However, commendable to all the players who played this. I'm excited to see, especially for Blacklist International, who are looking at BTK's overall lineup. This is not exactly the easiest win condition to get. And overall, BTK is surprisingly showing that they've got everything they need to make this overall complicated composition to work. It's high risk, high reward, and that's what you want to see coming in from North America.
I definitely agree. I think that this will not be the first time in this particular series that they will try to do something like this. I'm actually not yet satisfied from Zia Salina. I'm really satisfied with how he played, but I want more. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get what you mean. Yeah. I get what you mean.
He's great at it.
For sure. He really is. He really is. However, I think this is one of the few situations where it's like Blacklist International falling down to their foundation, BTK getting more complicated. Love both of them, but Oh My Venus making all the difference for the team, giving them that way to kind of pull back out of the fight. And once again, I feel like at a certain point, the blessing favor is just, it's just so good.
Just so good. And guess what? 0, 0, and 9. 100% kill participation, the Queen is really showing us a different approach into playing a Mobile Legends. Hard support for his team, even the itemization, going for this antique cuirass as early as possible meant that he was able to tank the damage coming out of the Granger as well as the Beatrix. This double marksman composition coming out from BTK, shut down with just one item from the Queen, and the positioning was amazing as well. Was able to save his teammates and also initiate for the team, and of course, instrumental to the 9 out of the 9 kills that Blacklist International were able to get.
It screams confidence here. Brute Force breastplate, anti-cuirass, dominance ice, making sure, hey, I'm not even going to bother about the magic resistance. The chances of getting hit by that arrow, as long as I have good movement, doesn't even matter. But still, I'm more worried about Blacklist International after this game, despite the win. It feels like BTK has more, guys. And don't forget, before I move on any forward, did you know that you can actually get the M3 Battle Pass up to level 40 for free. Guys, come on. The Prime skin is up for grabs. Roger is going to be the big mascot here coming in from M3. Whether you want the Fiend Hunter, let's upgrade it. Give him some lovely, luscious hair to flex on your friends in game to show that you're a real esports fan. Now, up until January 2nd, you can grind and earn the first ever Prime level skin in MLBB for Roger and other M3 exclusive in-game items such as the appealing trail. When you spawn, you're walking. It feels good when you have a full squad of 5. We did that the other day, and let me tell you, it is satisfying.
It is satisfying. Now, we've seen a lot of scrims. Actually, we've heard a lot of scrims already as they are setting up. I think the Blacklist International are electrified, but if you are a fan of BTK, don't be scared. I think BTK can recover from this.
Absolutely. With that being said, we're going to be throwing it back to our casters. Please take it away.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the caster desk once more. It is me, Mirko, joined by Leo and Lafel once again. This is an amazing match. That game 1 already getting your hearts up, man.
Pumped up indeed, because not only is Blacklist back in shape, but I can't get over the fact that BTK this deep into the playoffs is still learning, is still picking up, and still showing us something new.
It's so crazy how that long of a game, but in terms of kills, there's not so much. It's only 6 to 9.
Well, but ladies and gentlemen, for you guys back at home, check it out. What do we have right here, Leo?
Do we have the Frank by OCBC debit card?
Ooh, man. Do you guys want to be the MVP of both skill and style with the new Frank debit card out of over 60 designs? Pick the one that screams your personality and your dreams. Refer your friends now and receive the $10 cashback per successful referral. But on that note, the gold lead, I feel like, wasn't utilized properly by BTK. They got the gold lead, but they didn't translate it into more objectives, particularly because they couldn't.
Yeah, no, it was less of BTK failing and more of Blacklist knowing the plan. They understood that, okay, Haji, you're both artillery and the line. You have to hold the line, because looking at Oh My Venus, looking at even the side laners, Oeb and Edward would not have become the menace that he was. He wouldn't have been the enforcer towards the end of that game if it wasn't for the mid and early game that Haji held down.
Yeah, and again, we have to look at it from both sides of the table, because just like you said, for the side of Blacklist, they saw what BTK wanted to do, and again, based on the draft, it's pretty easy to figure out what were they planning. And from the side of BTK, just like what Mirko said, they had the goal advantage, but they didn't do anything with it. And I understand that completely. It's like, you have money, but when you don't spend it, eventually it would just go away, and it's not usually for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I can agree 100%.
That's why where we're getting paid, we're gonna buy a lot of stuff. Isn't
Absolutely.
that right, Mirko?
Yes, that's how you use money, man. That's how you use money. Investing on others, you know, on other objectives, getting the
Other
win.
objects, yes.
Other objectives. All right, but yes, right now, the thing is, I feel like for the drafts first, right? We gotta talk about the drafts here. BTK, sure, they were able to get that victory in the early stages of the game, but it was one-dimensional. They could only play up until that mid-game. They didn't have the late-game pressure that they needed going up against the Kimi, and they played it way too slow.
I mean, honestly, like behind the scenes, while we were back there, I even heard Zia. He was slightly frustrated because he knew how close that game was. Yeah, he was like, oh, we're so close, man. We're so close, but it's okay. Reset going into the next game, and just like you said, they already got. Here's the thing: what they should have done. They should have lived in Blacklist jungle, but they didn't. Like they moved forward, and then they went back into their own base, which, in my opinion, that was the mistake. They should have just stayed there, assert dominance.
Yeah, I guess that's the innate strength of a Grok and a Selena combo.
And a Cho.
This is a throwback, actually, right? Rarely do we see Grok and Selena together these days, because you would usually see the Selena in the roam position. So, yeah, I agree completely that they should have shocked and awed Blacklist and threw them back into a meta wherein the heroes and just the mindset of how teams play today are put into question. But just the same, you have players from that era. 2019, 2020, early 2020 is when you would see a lot of Selena and Grok. But looking at this lineup from Blacklist, oh my Venus, Wise, even Haji and Coach Bonchan, they lived through that. Absolutely. So I'm guessing they were just used to that they knew how to answer back, and it just wasn't in the cards for BTK. Game number 2 is another chance to reset, though.
For sure, and that's the thing, right? I feel like they had the strategies, they had the mechanics, but they didn't have the execution up until that end stage. You can't play slow with those two heroes, like you mentioned. That is a one-dimensional way. The reason we don't have the Selena and the Grok nowadays is because that mid control is just so crucial, not for the KP, but for the wave control, the wave pressure. But now we see a different BTK already going in for that Yves pick up in Game 2's draft. Blacklist will respond with the Beatrix. This is the hero that you want to contest away, take away from Oheb, because you all know how crazy this man has been. Remember, Oheb right now still with a very high win rate on that Beatrix, 100% with Clint, by the way.
Okay, hold on. Right now, looking at the draft, right? Are they going to do a switcheroo? Because right now, Blacklist, they already have two heroes coming in from the side of Blacklist, but this time, BTK, they secured Yuzong for themselves. And this is my personal opinion. This could be a decision coming in from White Chicken where he's like, guys, the Beatrix is good, the Beatrix is great, but I'm not feeling her today because he looked good on Esmeralda. Will this be a draft where BTK is like, yeah, we're going to put very heavy heroes on the side lane and going to put everything on the mobile Zane? Because just now, White Chicken, he was destroying the turrets, but he just could not have the position to actually deal damage against players of Blacklist International.
There you go. I was about to say it. They need something like the Lunox into that side lane. There are no marksman right now that can win the lane against the Beatrix. Remember how Blacklist likes to play. They babysit Oheb. So one of the self-sufficient gold laners, it has to be that Lunox.
Not bad, because Lunox on White Chicken sitting at 75% win rate, over 4 times played in M3. Now, I love what you guys brought up. Lafel, you said that maybe BTK this time around, they go ahead and decide to play for MOBA Zane again, because in Game 1, yes, they tried to spread out the roles. They tried to spread out the responsibilities. Didn't work out. It was a little too complicated. So I'm not sure if I completely agree with it, but we're going to see, because Blacklist, they're not letting anything through. Where we're seeing classic Blacklist here, and their favorite is to divide and conquer. It's an Ube strat that makes sure that if someone is off kilter, if someone is separated, they will punish and just slowly slow roll into that victory.
Right now, looking at the draft, from the side of Blacklist, they see an EXP later. They see the mid laner and a Lunox probably going into the gold. So Blacklist, they have an easier time in terms of banning. Now they can ban both Shark as well as MOBA Zane. And right now, they have... Do they want to ban out the Saber? He only used it once. But I feel like in this game, it's kind of okay.
Yeah, the Saber here will not do as much because there's no Beatrix.
Yeah, I feel like, the thing is, in this game, they need someone with just huge damage output for that physical side. Saber, yes, he is, that's what I'm trying to get to. The marksman in the jungle, right? Either the Roger or, gonna be banned away here. Granger is the only option. Without the Granger, perhaps the Bauman, but whatever right now, they need a physical damage dealer. They already have huge magic damage with the Lunox and the Yves. They need to balance it out, because if not, it's gonna be very easy for Blacklist to itemize against it. And remember, that Saber worked out against the Ube strat. This Blacklist, they haven't been playing the Ube strat. They've been playing, like, normally.
Yeah, it's Ube 2.0. It's the next level.
2.2.
It's the ultimate laning experience.
Sure. they added a few ingredients in there that even the agents are finding hard to name. Like, honestly, we're so good back in MPLPH giving nicknames to things. I don't know, like we don't even know what the Bane Eve combo is called, right? So now, going into this second phase of the draft.
Space Shark.
The what?
The Space Shark.
The Space Shark.
Okay, give me time. I'll think of something as well.
We do not have anything for Wise just yet. We're leaving Wise open. That's definitely Edward's Lapu Lapu.
Granger again for BTK. I mean, I did say I wanted to see a marksman. I did say I wanted to see this kind of style. But all right, it's going to be the Rafaela also locked in to give the Granger additional mobility, additional sustain, and also that disengage. But Blacklist International with the Lapu Lapu, what they need right now is possibly a mage, a person who does some magic damage. And who is it going to be? It is going to it's going to be the jungle. They need someone who does magic damage in the jungle. Perhaps a Karina can work here for Blacklist. If it's not the Karina, Kimmy. Perhaps. They might just go for another Kimmy here.
Yeah, they wouldn't be gun-shy to pick the Kimmy.
Yep.
There it is, perfect. They have the right amount of peel, they have the control, they have the kiting capability, especially on Oh My Venus, on the Matilda. They were so comfortable. Yeah, we read well into it. Altogether, I think we were all thinking the same thing.
No, because we're smart.
That too.
You agree, right?
Of course. Well, based on the draft right now, all right, we need to talk about the predictions here. Two very solid drafts with very, very distinct win conditions. What are your thoughts?
Right now, what I'm thinking and looking at from the side of BTK, it is a more easier draft to actually pull off. However, in this kind of game, Granger is not really working well with the rest of the team because Eve, she's quite okay at level 4. Yuzong, same as well. Lunox kind of want to scale up. So we're really looking at Granger as well as Rafa, wherever they want to put pressure on the map. However, I'm worried that they can't really put pressure anywhere because Beatrice will win the lane and Lalapu will at least keep it neutral. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a slow game. The only time that we can see a fight is at the turtle. But from Blacklist, the initiation will be coming in from that Lapu Lapu Matilda.
It's time to get into game number 2 as we enter the Land of Dawn. Again, I want to know your predictions now because we heard from LaFell. Leo, take it away.
I think the fact that Lapu Lapu here on Edward is going to play the same role that he did on the Paquito earlier, there's going to be a mid-game spike here. That Lapu Lapu is going to try to hunt down Zia and even maybe catch out White Chicken when he comes out of the order. So Blacklist International, they're playing on the same axis as they did game number 1. And all the more maybe even annoying because Haji now gets his trademark show.
Yeah, that show is going to be very, very annoying. In the bottom side, though, Oheb already trading with White Chicken as that's going to be Shark helping him out. Oheb forced to flicker away already in the first minute of the game as Blacklist International tried to respond, going in and stealing some of the jungle creeps from Moba Zane early on. Haji, he knows that Moba Zane doesn't have the retribution. Shark now is going to be there. Victor and Edward goes at it. It's going to be Victor going in with the Furious Dive, able to get some damage done, and that's going to be both of the XP laners taken low. Haji zoned away from Moba Zane's jungle.
Right now, Haji is basically 1v2ing. He's making sure that Bomazane as well as Shark, their rotations are going to be slow, and this will make Blacklist International scale much better coming into this the next turtle fight.
Well, right now, again, for the side of Blacklist International, they actually are struggling in the lanes right now because of this rough file. In the top side, because Yu Zong just does way more in the late, in the all-out trades. But Moba Zane, he dashes forward. Rhapsody not going to be used just yet as Oh My Venus shows up with a guiding wind, brings Oheb to safety. But that is a few minions actually lost for the side of Oheb. He is going to be in a level deficit compared to White Chicken. For now, Moba Zane doing the same thing onto the enemy jungle.
But this does open up the top half of the map for Blacklist International. Wise is a higher level than Granger, at least higher than Moba Zane when it comes to EXP. So I was about to say, if Moba Zane had the that Sonata then, Oheb would have been long dead.
Yeah, Moba Zane already going to go and start up this turtle. Does a lot of damage on this Granger. Remember, Kimi can't really go for the contest early on, but Haji, he can do it. Now, let's see what they try to do. Haji going in with a Chunpu already, trying to zone away the members, and he's going to be Turtle's Retribution away. BTK picks up the first objective of the game, goes in for the Death Sonata, able to connect onto all 3 members, but no damage just as of yet. It's just a tool for poking for now.
Right now, Blacklist International, they're just chilling because, again, this is also another game where you're going up against this Granger coming in from the side of the jungle. And Haji, he's just keeping control of where he is, so he will not have any cheeky gangs. So this is still a Blacklist control the game. Doesn't matter if they're losing objectives. As long as they know what Moba Zane is doing, they're not going to have truly losing lanes.
As long as the Kimi is able to scale as well as Moba Zane, it's going to be huge for them, right? Because that has been the winning condition for the first game, and now the second. Oheb going in for a cheeky sniper shot. Remember, this is his signature hero here at M3.
In the grander scheme of things, this 1v1 up top, it's really going to be about how fast these 2 XP laners scale up and what kind of items they build going into the prime team fight windows. So, yeah, looking where Victor's going to go here, he's slowly building up, I believe, into a Bloodlust Axe first, or into the War Axe. And then for Blacklist International, you're looking at Edward. He's going for the War Axe first.
Oh, Wise will be able to take away the orange buff, but look at how BTK is roaming, rotating around the map. They're going to go for that jungle creep. It's going to be Edward jumping with the Bravest Fighter, unable to connect. It's going to be Flicker coming in and connecting on the Moba Zane. Now, look at the Jikundo and the real world ablation. Haji goes over the way the Dragon, able to connect on the Moba Zane as he gets taken down. First blood by Razor already. Victor trying to look for a trade right now in a 1v4, goes and dives in. Actually, he gets Wise. What is this? It's going to be Victor picking up a 1v4 kill, but he's going to fall in the process as well. A 2-for-1 trade. Venus going in all the way under the turret, trying to get the kill onto Zia. Will be able to bow down to the Queen. Blacklist 3-1.
Does so. It's going to be Matilda Air Force this time around, as you can see. She has the impure rage. Matilda is rocking a lot of firepower this time around. And what made this trade up top amazing for Blacklist International is there's immediate trade. There's immediate conversion into that outer shield enter turret.
That's the crazy thing about trades, because you're fighting against Blacklist International, and they have OHAB using this. Oh, and Chica's getting to get attacked.
Wait a minute, Brilliant's still there. Will the Rafaela be able to snipe? Oh my God! Wise! What was that? The predictions, the timing, perfection for Blacklist.
I'm pretty sure even Wise was like, I'm sure you guys saw that. That was pretty sick.
Predicted. That was a TikTok play, man. But yeah, now Blacklist International, 2,000 gold lead for them. They need to start to translate it to objectives on the board, because so far it's only been the second turtle picked up for them.
Yep, 1-for-1 turtle count so far. What's making this a better game for Blacklist than game number 1 is the fact that they have the Cho. They have active control of their CCs, as compared to game number 1, where they had to rely on Edward scaling up, finding those flanks, and then eventually Haji placing people where they need him to be. And putting Beatrix on OHEB was also another, big factor.
I was going to go in that point, because Blacklist, every single win that they have is going to be bigger just because they have this Beatrix. They're going to chunk down the turrets very, very fast, where it comes to a point they don't even need kills anymore. As long as BTK, they're too scared to protect their own turret, then OHEB is just going to chunk the turret down. So Blacklist International, this 2.8k gold, 3,000 gold is realistically 5,000 gold now, just because they have that Beatrix.
Oh, let's see though. BTK trying to collapse onto Edward right now. Goes in with the dash. Mobazane unable to get anything done. Shark is now caught in the midst of it all. It's going to be the Circle Eagle connecting on him. Haji goes in with the Dragon and not get the connect. Look at the follow-up. They're going to be able to pick Mobazane off the second time in this game. 6 minutes in. Blacklist International, Wise 2 levels ahead of him. He's going to go and try to keep on pushing in these waves. Go for objectives now that Mobazane is dead.
Way of the Dragon right in front of the Dragon. Victor had no answer. It would have cost too much to save Mobazane there. And now eventually Blacklist International are gonna convert crazily. They're going at 100 miles per hour right now. Kilometers, I'm sorry, that's a distance measure here. It's going to be hard for Blacklist to come back, because the way that they play the map is so specific. The Haji, I was gonna say, the Eve that Z is playing is very different from the Eve that Haji was playing game 1.
My God, that Cho. This is why you need to pick it away from him. You need to ban it away from him. This is actually now makes more sense to why RRQ was just so, they were so persistent with the Cho. They wanted to take the Cho away constantly, if not banning it away. That's the reason. You don't want to face him on this signature pick.
Yeah, looking at itemization right now, OHEB again, he has that Blade of Despair, so he's going to hurt a lot. I feel like it should be a few, maybe just 1 minute off, but OHEB is going to have that Demon Sword, and once he has that, he basically will be able to join his team for team fights. He doesn't have to stay at the lane for too long. But yeah, Blacklist International, Edward engaging.
Oh my God, Edward going into Mobazane. Look at Haji on the backside. He's going to be able to go for the Jikundo, but Holy Baptist is actually going to be him going for the way of the Dragon. Edward picks up a kill. Victor now going in for the re-engage onto 2 members. Will be able to get Edward down right now. As Black Dragon form will be able to get the kill, but on the other side of the map, Blacklist International looking for more on the board. Going to go and target a tier 2 in the top side. Haji's canceling the recalls away, going in for the 1v1s, going in for the 1v2s. It is a 1v1 between Victor and Haji. This is a all-out brawl right now, but look at the objectives. 3 turrets to 0.
I would say this is the bigger difference between Blacklist and BTK. BTK, when they have the lead, they're not sure what to do with it, but Blacklist, they're so used to it. It's like, yeah, we have 5,000, we're going to make it feel like 10,000.
Oh, this is disgusting. Look at how they're suffocating their opponents right here. They're playing this literally perfectly, and BTK, every little mistake have been punished.
And something tells me that there may be some mind games involved now. They're putting so much pressure on Mobazane. They know that when BTK is back on the ropes, they play in a certain way, and taking down Mobazane 3 times in a row now, may have scrambled the rest of the members.
This is huge for Blacklist. 6,000 gold lead. Moba Zane 0-3-1. Look at bottom side. Edward going in aggressively onto Moba Zane, not showing respect. This is what they need to do. Just constantly pressure this man.
If anything, this might be the whole respect because Edward, he can go elsewhere. He can join 5v5s, but instead, he's keeping Moba Zane down. So this is how much they respect Moba Zane. This is how much they know how important his shot goals are.
Haji going in very aggressively. He's going to be the detonator connecting right now. Flashbacks to the game when Blacklist got taken down by BTK. The comeback is still very much possible, although the chances are getting lower and lower by the minute.
Yeah, and actually want to go harder on the point. Oh my Venus getting caught out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Edward jumping in with the Bravest Spider is not going to be able to get anything. That's going to be turnaround for BTK. Look at Wise though. He does so much damage onto the backside. Zia will be able to poke Wise a little bit. Moba Zane, does he want to connect onto this? Does he want to go for the fight? The Lord has spawned. Haji as well. A 2-for-1 right now. And look at that damage. Half HP taken out just by that one ultimate.
Maximum charge, point blank almost. Oheb though, drawing out the order. Almost disastrous timing for the side of Blacklist for BTK to come back with a team fight because they almost missed out the window on this Lord. At least they're fine. This right now is their last chance to get a free Lord because once it becomes luminous, BTK will be back on the map. Look how quick this is.
Huge pickup for the side of Blacklist International, but BTK, they don't stay quiet about it. They will take one turret for it. Sure, not the optimal trade, but it is still a good one right here as they can't look for anything on the board. Shark is still going to be able to dodge away. Circle Eagle all the way to the backside. It is going to be the flicker saving Shark, but for how long? Edward is still chasing him down. It is going to get him out, and that is a trade, a turret for the Lord.
I'm sorry for all Blacklist International fans, but I have to remind everyone of the nightmare that Blacklist, if they go a little bit too hard on the engage, because we have to remember, when they go in with this Matilda, and then suddenly they all just get kited out with Moba Zane on this Granger, then BTK, they can't win a team fight. So yes, they are ahead, but they still have to be careful. They still have to show respect, not to go overzealous on the engagements.
Oh, the Filipino sniper going at it on the turrets. This is insane. Moba Zane loses half HP from a basic attack, and that turret is going to fall down. Blacklist going in for the siege once more right now. 6.6 thousand gold lead. The Lord marching onto that top side. Let's see what they can do. Oh! The snipes and Edward pulls the trigger. Bravest Spider on the backside going in for the stun. Is going to be able to connect on the Moba Zane right now. But look at the re-engage. Victor pops in Black Dragon form. Edward's going to get taken down. The Lord is going to be next right now as Victor is still able to make himself safe. Into the base he goes. BTK on the defense. Chuck's going to get taken very low. The Bruce passes him a fight checker. What the heck? He jumps in for the Blitz order. Able to zone 3 members away from the inhibitor. And BTK have done it. They've defended, but they've lost 2 inhibitors.
That move almost killed 3 of them. Let's look at the itemization from White Chicken. He already has the Clock of Destiny, Lightning Trench Run, as well as the Holy Crystal. When he engages with that Chaos Brilliance, it hurts. Speaking of hurting, Victor over there is like, I don't want to get shot. Stop that.
He's reeling from the maximum charge.
Yeah, and as you can see from the itemization here, actually, they don't have a whole lot of magic defense, and that is going to hurt them in the long run. They've actually opted to go for that physical defense first. Obviously, Y is, but still, Wise is going to be able to crack that defense open. Let's see right now. Edward jumping in with the Bravest Spider. Shark is still a bit of away. It's going to be Edward taken very low right now. All of the damage coming out from this side of Blacklist and BTK, but 4 ultimates to only 2. That is the thing you need to look at.
Slowly, that's what Blacklist International has learned in the past 2 team fights, wherein they were somewhat punished. They lost a lot in efforts to take down these inhibitors, but right now, that kind of pattern, that kind of movement from BTK that, oh, look, we can catch 1, we can catch 2, let's go all in. All the greens go away, all the dots. They still need to respect White Chicken, though. He can still pull off a Ruby DD. Conceal coming in.
Oh, look at that. Oheb going in for the snipes. Haji is right there. The Conceal is there. Moba Zane gets taken out to half HP as Blacklist International look for the siege once more. Oheb just being Oheb, going for the snipes. The Filipino sniper chunking at the base. 1 more shot is all he needs, but he is going to go back. He's going to wait for the mini waves as they control that purple side.
Right now, looking at BTK, they are looking for an opportunity. The flicker is almost out for White Chicken. He might re-engage.
Oh my god, look at the damage coming in. It's going to be Oheb forced to back away. Victor now going for the re-engage all the way to the backside. Going to be able to cancel it against BP. Oh! The Holy Baptism canceling away as Edward will be able to flicker out of that one. A 1-for-1 right now. It's going to be the tank and the XP laner taken away. But look at Wise's damage at this point of the game.
I feel like that could have been coordinated better, especially as I was calling it. Fried Chicken, his flicker was coming up, and sure, he looked like, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to go in, but I feel like the rest of the team was not really at the same time, kind of thought, you know? BTK, looking at the damage, they can come back from this game. So I have to remind everyone, Blacklist, be careful. When you engage hard with the Matilda, you can't stop midway. You have to commit. And when you commit, you gotta make sure that you kill them off, because if you don't, they will bite back.
Oh my god, half HP! Oheb almost sniping Fried Chicken down, but look at Edward. Edward! He does it with Fighter. The combo almost starts now. Victor pops in the Black Dragon form to be able to do some damage, but it's gonna be Haji going for away the Dragon. Mobile getting caught, but he's still able to kite away, and this is a turn. Look at that! Victor's still able to survive. Venus goes for the Victor, and he still is! What is this? BTK gets 1-for-0.
The hesitation on the side of Blacks International, the fact that their peel was elsewhere in the team fight, made sure that Oheb and Wise were zoned out. So that's the reason why BTK got a free kill on Haji, and they were not able to get the return fire on the Mobazane and Zia. So again, I think one key win here is off of Shark. Shark places his allies so well, and now that's a 5v4 advantage on the Lord.
Right now, let's see what's going to happen right now. Edward still has the Braver Fighter. Is he going to be able to go into the backside right now? But Mobazane is cutting away really, really well. Oheb going to get the pick off onto Victor right now as Edward just goes in 1v4. Look at the damage coming in. Snipes from Oheb. Able to pick up a kill onto Shark, but look at the damage coming in as well. Real world manipulation zoning Oheb away, but the base has been cracked open. BTK now losing the Lord, losing the fight. What can they do to defend? Mobazane very low. Fried Chicken gonna get taken down. Want to make a kill picked up by YZ. Is so low. Mobazane, he's gonna go in for the Rhapsody, but he's gonna get taken down. Oheb gets the kill, and look at what they're able to do. Blacklist International goes match point.
We got a game here, boys. Blacklist again. Philippines has been unbeatable in this playoffs. However, BTK, they were really close. Looking at the damage, they are looking like they could take it to game 5, but look at Wise. He is pumped up. He's like, this is not gonna be a game. It's gonna be 3-0. The Blacklist guys over here, they're looking like, you know what? The first time we met, that was a fluke.
Ooh.
Now we're really gonna get, now they're gonna push them back home, back to NA.
It's looking like an all-Filipino Grand Finals right now, Leo. I'm gonna have to shove this to you.
Why? I'm not playing. I'm at the desk. I'm just excited, and I'm just impressed at how well Blacklist International dictated the pace here, how well they drew BTK into a place where they're not comfortable. Again, looking at Mobazane, after they took off the headphones, after they called game, it's looking like Mobazane was not comfortable on his Granger. He didn't feel like he was in his skin. Blacklist International got in his face every single time. And Haji was instrumental in this victory. Game number, even game 1.
Oh yeah.
Even game 1, Haji was the one holding it down. Now in game 2, as the Cho, it's so important. I think our analysts have something to say about that.
For sure, man. Oh, Gideon and Wolf, I hope you're ready for this throw, because that is a lot of analyzing you guys need to do. It's time.
Well, you're right about the analyzing part, because this game really came down to the wire here. What most people are not going to understand is the fact that Blacklist, in a lot of these fights, despite a almost 6K goal lead, were on the cusp of losing a team fight, which would have turned this entire game on their heads.
Oh, man, you see that BTK really played this well in the mid stages of the game when they were still down. And I think that you have to give it to Fried Chicken as well as Victor on the composure within the match. And Mobazane, as much as they has been pressured for way too much in the early stages, in the latter portions of the game, you saw him just really be on point. I think that they prioritize this Granger because Mobazane just really likes it a lot.
It's not only just that. I mean, overall, Blacklist is just blocking shot after shot after shot, so he can't maximize his damage, but the rest of his teammates are really stepping up to kind of fill that gap, but unfortunately, it just was not enough. This time, Wise, especially from Blacklist, oh my goodness. He's like, no, don't give me the utility junglers anymore. I want to hard carry this.
Yeah, you can see that with this Kimi was able to push, as well as that poke coming out from the maximum charge is just really messes up the formation that we see from BTK.
Yeah, it's crazy, it's nuts, but we got to keep in mind our sponsor who are making these games super, super awesome here. Big shout outs to our official gaming gear, Razer. And have you heard about the Razer Hammerheads, the true wireless or cutting-edge earbuds destined to dominate the soundstage, dazzled in RGB glory? The Hammerhead is decked out with active noise canceling as well as a 60 ms low latency gaming mode for an audio experience like never seen before. So cop yourself a pair while you still can at Razer.com. But let's talk about this game a little bit more. What are your thoughts on the draft? Because me personally, I think overall it was getting very close, almost a 50-50 draft. However, once again, when we do see those Grangers, they didn't get that early snowball and they couldn't get that one team fight they were looking for.
There's some issues definitely coming out from the draft, but it was actually answered by just the rear playstyle coming out from BTK. For example, we see this Granger picked up after the fact that there's already like a Lapu-Lapu as well as this Cho. Well, at least the Blacklist International actually answered this Granger with those heroes. However, what really surprised me is that how Mobazin was able to recover. He started at 0-4. Imagine, as a Granger. Then eventually, he recovered, he gets 5 kills in the end, but they weren't able to finish. And maybe during the highlights, I'm going to explain something that BTK needs to improve on, which is basically just positioning themselves around the Lord takes.
I mean, that's one of the few things as well, but in a lot of these mid-game fights that we did see, again, Blacklist members are walking away with just a sliver of health.
Yep.
Oheb definitely was in a position where his perfect KDA was about to be ruined. Same goes for Wise.
Yeah.
One of the more interesting things here is that I do understand that Fried Chicken was actually deciding to go for the Genius Wand on top as the 4th item, and I'm not so sure about that. Maybe going for the overall Holy Glaive might have been more useful to get through these Athena shields.
And that is actually true. We saw, however, that Blacklist International only got their magic defense maybe later into the game. We see Haji obviously gets that, but that is natural because he is a roaming Cho anyways. And by the way, I love the fact that Blacklist International went for the roam Cho and then mid lane Matilda, because sometimes they do Matilda roll and then you go for the mid lane Cho. This time, they wanted to make sure that Oh My Venus's poke with this Matilda is gonna be better. So that meant also that the Granger was forced out, as well as Zia not comfortable popping the real world manipulation because the Soul Bloom actually hurts.
More importantly as well, or you know, just another angle to look at it, getting Oh My Venus to level 4 as soon as possible to actually maximize on the attacks. Every single time there's a low member, at the very least, they can capitalize on it. If someone's out of position, instantly you see the circling eagle.
That's right. We saw that so many times. And in the late stages, we also saw On My Venus use the Guiding Wind just to help out the members of Blacklist International, because there's a little bit of a flip of switch, right? Now the Eve is inside of BTK, and when they were trying to go for these marksmen from the side of Blacklist International, that save coming up from the Guiding Wind really has a lot of value in the late game.
And most importantly, saving our MVP of the game,
my.
Edward, on no other than Lapu. Even Edward, he's like, I'm done with the Uranus nonsense. Give me the pride of the Philippines. Give me the hero that inspires hope. This man goes in head first, does not care, knowing that his team is going to bail him out.
All right, so the first play and the last play that we see from Blacklist International were off of this man. The first play, using his ultimate, the stun that you get out of that, with the flicker that went sideways. It was a diagonal flicker that allowed him to initiate onto Mobazane. That was wonderful, by the way. And then in that last clash, we saw him jump from the left side of the map to the purple buff, and then eventually gets killed. The angles coming out from Air Edward himself is amazing.
Even when he's not playing Phoveus, he's looking to dunk here. But let's talk about these games a little bit more, especially starting for game number 1. A good try coming in from BTK with a more complicated overall team composition style, but they were executing it very well and stopping and punishing the rotations from Blacklist International.
So the first game actually went in favor of Blacklist International eventually because of the Lord fight. I think that just the positioning coming out from Blacklist International just trumps BTK. I think that majority of the teams underestimate the value of forming around this Lord area, and obviously Blacklist International, the masters of the ultimate Monday experience, took advantage of that. Come the 9th minute clashes, but this time, their Lord fight in the latter portions of the game. Eventually, this will be in favor of Blacklist. And this was actually started by BTK. We'll never see that in the highlights, but I want you to look at the game, and when you review the game again, watch how BTK gets poked by the Lord. They are taking so much damage from the Lord. That's why when the fights do happen, Blacklist International just finished them off. Imagine this, the Lord taking away maybe 30% HP from the marksmen, from the core heroes of BTK, really makes it so easier for them to fight afterwards.
And this is on top of the added pressure of the base having no inhibitors and huge waves were crashing in as from mid as well as bottom side. It was a tough call, but honestly, a very good game here. The question is, will BTK bring it back? Well, we might be able to find out soon enough as we are moving on towards game number 3. I'm excited to see how that's going to play out. But in the meantime, we have to go on a short break. Let both of the teams cool, calm, and collected for this upcoming game because everything is on the line. We'll catch you back right after this.
Stop me, I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels, it's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels, it's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. Oh baby, please, oh yeah. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. I'm burning up now, taking higher levels. I'm in a bad spot, trouble to my knees. I need a taste, sipping on heaven. You got me waiting, waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. champion. You got me running for the glory. Good, too good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we going all the way. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slide when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we climb to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. I'm on a rush now, winning, that's my focus. I need some ice, you gotta cool me down. I feel my nirvana coming closer. You got me waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good, too good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slide when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we climb to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. I'm running up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster.
Match point for the MLBB champions here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 3. This is going to be a huge question that BTK needs to answer. They were able to beat Blacklist once in the upper brackets, 3-2, and right now it is not looking good. Welcome back to the caster desk with Mirko, Leo, and Lafel here. I am stoked to see what Game 3 is in store.
BTK have to dig from their heart of hearts and just squeeze their brains collectively for all the fresh ideas and execute almost perfectly to be able to take this away from Blacklist, because so far they seem unstoppable. It's a brand new code. It's a whole nother machine that Blacklist is running like, and they seem unstoppable.
Come on, man. Are you ready, Mirko?
Of course I'm ready.
Are you ready? Like, this is the moment we're gonna see BTK stepping up. Because come on, this is going to be the comeback, all right? BTK, they look strong with every game that they played. So this is going to be the comeback, okay? Mirko, you ready for the comeback, right?
Of course I am. I'm ready for everything. But with that, if you want to go for the comeback, you need ultra responsive gaming. How do you get that? With the 2x lower latency, get the edge you need while gaming on the go with Singtel 5G, Singapore's most powerful 5G network. And on that note, we have to see BTK respond to these fights faster. We need to see BTK respond to these plays faster, because the objective game, macro game, has been controlled by Blacklist.
They have to be more connected than ever. Again, they are online friends. Yes, they've known each other for years, but for the first time here, they met. Now, we're gonna test that bond, because compared to Blacklist, some of these players have been together since 2018, 2019. So, what is BTK to do against that? Again, they have to dig from their heart of hearts and bring out something that they never have before.
It is a bad situation because, again, we all know the power of friendship trumps all. But again, from the side of Blacklist, they're friends as well. So friends and friends, the power of Nakama is neutralized. So this is just a situation where we have to look whether the NA hype is real. Because look, come on. They've lost 5 games in a row. what are the chances where Philippines just again clean sweep everything? This has to be the one. This has to be the game where BTK comes back.
Okay.
Come on, Leo. Come on.
First off, I must address the fact, is the NA hype real? I think we're past that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're past that. Sometime in 2022, I think our friends in the West have to get something.
MPL.
Maybe not an MPL, maybe some sort of more consistent league. Doesn't have to be an MPL because again, I understand that Moonton wants to pace it right. They want to do what's right by the region. So by 2022, just because of what BTK here did, they have to give something over to the West. Now, secondly, there's a rule in logic and in reason wherein you keep doing something else is bound to happen, right? I'm not sure if we're gonna fall to that. I'm not sure if Coach Bonchan's gonna allow that. I'm not sure if it's even up to luck anymore because Blacklist International have worked so hard to get here.
You can see that the Granger pick once again was, I believe, a huge weak link in that
forced out, I
composition.
think. Forced out. Like, I also feel like maybe Mobazane in that kind of situation. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Maybe they really did want the Granger. It's not a situation where Mobazane was not feeling comfortable because of that hero. It's just because let's look at how Haji played.
Yeah.
Every single time he was taking the buff, Haji was looking at him. And trust me, we work in front of the camera. It's sometimes it's uncomfortable when people are watching us do our thing. And Mobazane probably had stage fright in that kind of situation. And then look, every single time in a team fight, everyone is looking at him. A lot of attention is being put on this guy. And, you know, it's just a situation where he's flattered, but he's not used to it.
That's the thing. Again, you know, Mobazane has been the target. Like you said, Leo, the utmost respect from Blacklist International. Haji always just being in Mobazane's face. Edward always just trying to force Mobazane away from his team.
You know, Venus as well.
Oh, my Venus as well. Every single member, and that's the thing that we mentioned even in the keys to victory, shutting down Mobazane. Mobazane, even though yes, all the members stand out as individually they stand out, but Mobazane is what keeps this team intact. He is the most vocal member. He is the pillar. He's the brains of this team.
Yep, Mobazane is paramount to BTK's success. So now, I must bring up the possibility that maybe in this very swift 2-game series, now close to a 3-game sweep, maybe Blacklist International, they have it in their to-do list, in their grocery list of win conditions. Maybe they have it there, break Mobazane.
And honestly, I feel like the way that they've been playing, they've been targeting Mobazane as well as Fried Chicken. And we have to agree that both of those players are standout players. They're going to be the ones that's going to deal all the damage. Victor is a good player, but the way that he plays is more of a front line. He's the tanky hero. He's the one that's going to take the shot. He will wait for his team to initiate. And right now we got into the pick and bans. Potentially the last game of the day, a Blacklist going up against BTK. Will this be the game where BTK comes back, or will Blacklist solidify their revenge?
This is going to be a huge question. Blacklist picks up the Eve. This is not good. Remember, Haji is still at 100% win rate. But look at that. Cho and Beatrix picked up by BTK as well.
This is a very similar pattern to game number 1, just switch sides. So something is bound to change. But what that change is, hedges on BTK. The ball is in their court. Pressure is on their shoulders. And I can only imagine how heavy their hearts are right now. They don't want to let their fans down. Honestly, there's fans of theirs here spread out throughout Suntec, and I'm sure they as well are sending their positive energies over to the boys of NA.
All right, well, let's see Blacklist International now with the pickups. It's going to be the Paquito and the Matilda. 3 games in a row now for the Matilda. But look, Shark picks up his signature hero. 80% win rate, if I'm not mistaken.
Look at the speed that BTK is putting in, right? They know the heroes that they want. Because right now, they're super focused. They're like, let's not think about this. Let's not overcomplicate it. We write down the heroes that we want, and we just solidify. We don't think, we just go. White Chicken on this Beatrix is strong. Victor picking up this Cho, we've seen him play, it's pretty good, but more importantly, it is a denial coming in from Haji, and finally the respect onto Wise's Kimmy. Kimmy has been banned out from the side of Blacklist. They can target Mobazane again.
Here we're slowly seeing how BTK will do new things, but they will always revert to their old habits. They're very reactive. So far, that Kimmy has been quite the thorn on their sides, and now they ban it. What does this open up for Blacklist? Again, these bans are so specific. These bans, there's literally just 2 for you. So now they chose to take out the Kimmy. What does this open up for Wise? Also, a quick note, confirming the stats. Lolita on Shark, sitting at 83%.
Your team is banning.
Ooh, we indeed, but the high-lows will be banned away now. It is going to be the Barret still up and open for Blacklist International in the jungle if they still want to go for that. Blacklist International now with the ban. Selena coming in and the Granger in that spot. BTK.
Roger is open.
Yeah, basically Blacklist International are just trying to
They're
say,
baiting out.
Take the Roger. We dare you. We have the Paquito. We have the Yves. We have the Matilda. Go.
Yep.
Try your best here. But BTK, will they fall into this bait?
This is also another situation where it's a lot of dimensions because if BTK, they do pick up that Roger, we're going to look at one of our casters being a all the time.
I agree.
Who is that? I wonder.
I wonder who does the her.
But do note, BTK for the first time in a while actually gets the Lilia. So that is a reliable source of burst and as well a way for Zia to bait out ult so that Shark is all the more efficient. I'm feeling good here for BTK, honestly, but we'll see if it is going to be indeed the Roger, much to my chagrin.
Last time when Blacklist International did this, basically, it was not the Roger that came up for BTK. It was something like the Saber.
Oh, yeah.
All right? So it's a very similar composition, too, right now. If they want to go for that, Blacklist International will respond with a Bane. So instantly, basically saying, go, try your best, pick the Roger. I have the Bane. You want to engage? I have the disengage.
Right now that you mention it, the Saber is pretty good. I wonder if it's going to be... Oh, no, it's going to be the Roger.
It is time for the coming in from BTK in this composition. Who do you have it for? I feel like Blacklist have a strong composition to just deny that engage, deny that dive.
I'm with you, Daddy Mirko. I'm liking their draft. Leo.
Acknowledge him, acknowledge him.
Yes, acknowledge me, please.
Boom bang bada bing.
Vocally. Say his name.
LaFell, boom bang bada bing.
Oh, wow. All right. It's like that. It's like that. Well, I appreciate that Blacklist here is playing to their strengths and they're going deep into their hero pool, acknowledging the fact that Harith on Oheb is a beast. But BTK, they also are pretty solid when it comes to damage coverage, engages. And if they play the way they did game 1, and they have that same constitution, that same level of mental fortitude and dedication to a playstyle, they might just steal one here. They might just steal one here.
It's time to take it to game 3. Will it be a clean sweep or the comeback from the side of BTK? The Filipinos have been undefeated 2 days in a row. Can be if they solidify this with the game right now. Let's see what we have in store for us. Victor already cutting the waves against Oheb in that top side. Oheb going in to zone Victor away, maybe even taking him down here. Nope. Okay, Victor gets that level 2. Goes.
Look at the difference, Mirko. Right now, who is at the goal? Who is at the EXP? Right now, Edward is playing at the goal, going up against his Bridges hit head.
Yeah, let's see. Blacklist International going in for that little Wanderer. It is actually going to be picked up by the side of BTK, not by Moba Zayn, I feel like. It was by Zia. Yeah, it was by Zia.
Yep, so again, you have the comfort on the side of BTK. They have the tools that they need. They have what they want for early, mid to late, and they want to see Moba Zayn scale. But seeing as to how well Blacklist International is playing this mid lane, they're forcing rotations up the top, might not just happen. We have to see what First Turtle brings.
No, I do have to ask, Mirko, you know Harith quite a bit.
Yep.
So explain to me this matchup. He's going up against Victor, going up against this Cho. It's not an assassin emblem Cho, it's going to be the tank. How is he going to look at in this laning stage?
Honestly, all he needs to do is just keep farming up until he gets that Zaman Force, right? Once he does, though, he needs to be very careful, time that ultimate perfectly, because again, BTK, they have a lot of on-demand stuns here and burst as well. Look at all these heroes. They can just stick to you like glue.
Speaking of glue, right now, Bane, that has nothing to do with glue.
Yeah.
But he's been taking the farm off of Moba Zayn over here. but it looks like both those junglers are at the same experience point, so it really shouldn't be that much of an issue. BTK, they have a better position at Turtle.
Yep, they have priority here because of just how Blacks International wants to scale. Wise is going to be good at this take, but until Oheb is ready, that's the only time Blacklist will engage. You mentioned Glue, and on the other side of that coin, Glue and Esmeralda. An odd absence of that hero that both of these teams actually preferred in the earlier stages of the playoffs.
Yeah, let's see then. Again, right now, BTK are actually trying to control this turtle. Look at how they're able to take the turtle over the wall right there, as they're just basically taking it away from Blacklist. They don't want Blacklist to be able to see it or even try to just get it instantly here. But both of the teams have already started to play in towards that top side.
Right now, Oheb does have a level 4 Victor as well. He has his ultimate. I feel like Blacklist, they should almost give up this turtle because they have more priority over here. And you have to be careful of that Cho. The Cho can actually kick Haji out of position. Well, he has the pre-fire, so he should be fine, actually. Yeah. But, you know, if he overcommits, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah. A part of me says Haji will be playing the same role he did game number 1. He's going to try to buy the early game all throughout the mid until the spike. And then that's where Blacklist will start to ramp up. But the hero on Wise says otherwise. It's very different when you're a Bane. You can actually start to pop off.
Oh, wait a minute. Shark gets a very good stun onto Venus right now. And Mobazane is going to be able to capitalize right now. Numinum Blast coming in, but it's going to be the flicker from Venus to get away from that one. Very good, solid engage for BTK as they go to clear out the minion waves in the mid lane. Blacklist look towards the turtle.
Yeah, looking at the animation, looks like Mobazane, he is going for that Windtalker, so he will have a faster power spike because the item is cheaper. However, BTK is kind of playing this slow. I'm uncomfortable when they play like this. I want them to, you know, actually use their strength right now.
Well, there you go. Just as you say it, it's going to be Mobazane already putting in some damage with the help of Shark. But as you said, they're not looking for any crazy fights just yet. Victor still having the flicker, still having with the dragon. Actually, Fried Chicken almost takes Edward down. Venus now needs to be careful into that. It's going to be the Lycan Pounce baiting Venus, baiting Mobazane, my bad, all the way into enemy lines. But Blacklist, no follow-up. Oh! That is huge. BTK now on the front foot. Shark goes in for a stun onto Wise. Not a lot of damage, not a lot of follow-up. It's just going to be the stun, and that's beautiful, beautiful setup for the first turtle. Passion made possible by the Singapore tourism board.
I was about to say maybe BTK is now gun-shy. Maybe they have changed their playstyle too much from game 1 to 2. But it seems like it's happening for the better, at least in game 3 so far. 5 minutes in, it looks like they're winning the fights that they need to, and they're not jumping into potentially dangerous situations.
In that fight, we also see Blacklist International not really putting a lot of resources trying to fight back for the turtle, because look at their composition. They kind of don't care.
Yep.
They have this Harry, which will get very, very strong. Once he has this Calamity Reaper, once he has Feather Heaven, he's going to hurt. Bane, same thing. And Edward as well. We remember how he plays. The moment he is tanking up, Fried Chicken is going to deal not so much damage, and if he does, it's all going to be focused on Edward, and then the rest is just going to be free damage.
Absolutely. BTK, oh my god, Mobazane collecting that Windtalker. That is a huge, huge item picked up. Fried Chicken also Blade of Despair. Look at the items just being... Oh! Haji almost gets solo killed out of nowhere. Zia is angry right now.
The Queen coming in clutch with the shields via Guiding Winds, but look, huge collapse.
Oh, 4 minute mid. Oh my god, the Numinum Blasting. That's going to be Mobazane going inside with the helm of Victor. Going to be able to pick out the kill right now. First blood has been taken away. Where the dragon going to be able to connect onto the Queen? Mobazane goes in and picks up a double. BTK are on the board. 1.4 thousand gold lead, but the turrets, the objectives, Blacklist picks up 2.
Wow. Looking at this from a macro scale, are 2 kills in a mid lane turret worth it for 2 outers?
Right now, BTK, don't stop. Keep this momentum going. It looks like what they were waiting for is the Blade of Despair. And right now, Mobazane, he's not seeing Edward over there. Edward, you want to fight back? You have Haji there.
Oh, it's going to be Edward going in for the flanks, flickering in front. Chicken is going to be targeted right now as Mobazane goes for the kill onto Edward. Backside has been just torn apart. It is going to be Lycan Pounce ready here. It's going to be able to be used onto Edward, but he's going to be taken down. Now the stun connecting onto Venus, getting him low before he goes for another one. But look at Wise. He's angry. He's coming in with vengeance right now. So Deadly Cash will be able to pick up Zia right now. He goes and takes him down. Another 2-for-1 for Blacklist International.
They need to keep this up again. BTK, you guys have Right now, look at items, all right? Mobazane, he already completed his Wind Taco. Fried Chicken already has his Blade of Despair. Items are strong. Fried Chicken, he should focus on taking turns, but right now he's waiting in the bush. And when it comes close, Haji, look at Haji!
Oh my god, Fried Chicken almost just one-shots Haji right there. And that's going to be the real-world manipulation used. And Edward comes in and collapses. Shot goes in for the stun. A lot of damage has in place. Nibiru's Bastion. Mobazane in range for the Lycan Pounce. And there's going to be the re-engage coming in. Mobazane still able to get away. Circling Eagle all the way to the backside. And there you have it. It's going to be the engage and the disengage. The base as Oheb just wreaks havoc in the backside. But look at the re-engage coming from BTK. Victor going in. Wise going to be taken up. And that is an amazing fight right now. Edward goes in onto Zia. Both teams not going to be able to overcommit. They just stop. And 1-for-1 for Blacklist because they got the Lord. I mean the turtle.
I would say in that situation, Blacklist still low-key won because look at the goal difference. It's only 1,000, and that's not a bad thing. Haji having 3 assists, he's going to ramp up very, very fast. Oheb 0-0-1. If he had a kill, that would have been so much worse for the side of BTK. But right now, BTK, they're taking more objectives. And now Zia having the Ice Queen 1, they can control more in the team fights. But hey, is the team fight going to come soon? Or are you going to wait for Blacklist to get stronger?
This is very perilous
Venus.
Venus going
to get stunned right now, and Lycan Pounce will be able to get the damage done, but Fried Chicken is going to get targeted. He's going to get taken down. Right now, it's an all-fight. Numeron Blast connecting on the 3 members right now. It's going to be one within going into the Lycan Pounce. It's going to be him taken down, though. Shark now in the midst of it all, trying to run away. Edward's going to be able to pick up the kill. Oheb goes into his one force all the way to the backside, going for the kill, and Victor can't go anywhere. Oheb keeps on the chase, not going to go for more. 4-for-1 for Blacklist.
Could have been disastrous for Oh My Venus, but turning that sacrifice into a 4-for-1, only Blacklist could have done such a thing in such a tight window. Again, Oheb playing this Harith with the mystery shop just opens up these lines of play. And right now, all of a sudden, Blacklist building up this goal lead, 1,000, 2,000 maybe in a minute or so. They're going to start to steal this.
Oh, Edward goes over the knockout strike onto Mobazane, zoning them away and setting up that bottom side turret take. Look at how amazing, how clinical they're playing this game. That's another turret by Blacklist.
This is why it is so good watching Blacklist use this Matilda. They're going to be flying all over the map. They're going to take all the objectives right now. Blacklist, it is small, but they do have a gold advantage. They have a clear-cut kill advantage. Right now, let's look back at the replay. What happened over there? Fried Chicken, he went a little bit too deep. And again, the counter engage coming in from the side of Bane. And look at Oheb. He just opened up his Zaman Force. No one is attacking him. He has free reign on Zia. Zia's just going to get attacked. And Oheb, he's just going to get stronger and stronger. Oheb, how can they take down this guy?
If only there was a sound effect for when Oheb or Harith just hops from the Zaman Force. That would be amazing. Just maybe. You do?
Yeah, yeet. Because that's
what it sounds like.
That's literally what he did. He YOLO'd in front.
I'm sorry for all the audience for that.
He yeeted them out. He yeeted them out of existence.
It's literally yeet, man.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
No, but what I was going to get at is the fact that that could have only really been turned around by Victor. If Victor lasted there a little longer, see, he never died. He's the one who survived. If he was there a little bit longer, he could have punished that whole thing. But instead, turned it around. Blacks International still in the lead.
I swear, next time he goes for the Zaman Force, I'm going to say yeet.
I dare you.
I dare you.
Make sure the Roger, you do the as well.
All right, I'll try to do both of that.
Oh, and
do I need to call for the Matilda as well?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to fit that in my head. Let's see if I can do it, all right?
Just now, I will allow you to do my thing.
All right, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get right now. But
do me good.
Oh, God. Blacklist International with the pressure right now. Edward is going to be able to bring Victor back to his team. Wise is there, right there. The Shark is going to be there. Where the Dragon is going to use onto Victor. Look at the damage. Oh, my God. He's coming in to take the double kill.
What I tell you, off cam almost missed it. Zia gets traded out, but BTK barreling down bottom lane.
Okay, let's see. Real patient. Shark's going to be able to cancel it away right now as the damage will be placed on the turret. Oheb going in. No Zaman Force just as event. Oh my Venus goes in with a circling eagle. Unlimited that's some damage. Does get Mobazane going to the backside. Lycan Pounce is ready. He's going to go into Oheb. Yeah, yeet. He goes in back and forth and he outplays Blacklist. What the heck? Oheb is insane.
The perfect amount of yeets coming out of the white-haired boy from the Prince down bottom. Real quick, gotta say, the reason why bottom lane opened up was because Victor, the Vindicator, opened up that line of play for Mobazane, and he fed those bodies over to the Roger, who honestly is right now insane, sitting at 6-1-1.
And I want to talk about Shark. No wonder he has over 80% win rate on this Lolita. He's been stopping Haji doing what he wants to do, setting up a lot of plays, and not to mention opening up the shield, making sure that the friends from behind will stay safe.
Dude, this is insane. The
This is
back and
insane.
forth for BTK and Blacklist. The high-level mechanics coming through to save Blacklist from the inevitable end just now. Honestly, if Oheb didn't go for the Zaman Force, it might have been over.
I must say, it's a tit for tat. BTK, on a micro scale, tactically speaking, they're making the right calls. But Blacklist, the reason why they're coming back is on the map, they're making the right decisions. Like, okay, we are allowed to do this, but we have to answer back immediately to avoid permanent damage.
Oh man, I'm seeing the chat. Everyone's doing the yay. Let's see. Circle Eagle coming in. Kaka going on to the backside. Is not going to be able to deal some damage, as that is a beautiful disengage for BTK. They're going to go in all the way to the backside. Jikundo able to connect on Venus right now. But look at that. It's going to be the Spawn Force popped in. Oheb dashing forward, backwards, everywhere on the map as Victor's going to get taken down. Immortality pop. But look at this disengage. It's going to be
Roger!
Look at Roger. He's untouched. Grrr! Goes in and he picks up a double. He's looking for a triple. He's going to go on to Oheb right now. He's going to go back to the human form. Why is he going to be able to kite everyone away? Look at Oheb! The Zaman Force! The
he's gonna
win! He goes in! Mobazane! What was that? He's going to go for more onto Haji. Like Impulse, not available. 4 for 2.
That was a good job, Marco, by the way.
Thank you.
He tried.
It worked.
Yeah. First huge objective for BTK, more than just being back in this game, they are actually in the lead. Luminous War going free for the Kings, and this is where they begin their path to power. This is their start.
Hey.
Slowly but surely, 4K now. Wow.
I'm sorry, but if this is the comeback, I'm gonna like, I called it. Right now,
The game's not over yet.
Yes, I know, but just in case, want to mention it right now. BTK right now, they're giving the audience their money's worth, because again, the audience is loving it. And right now, from the side of BTK, 4,000 gold lead. However, in this kind of situation, Blacklist, I would still say is kind of comfortable. It's just that they need to make sure that the Roger has, be controlled a little bit.
More than just the Roger, I really do think Victor's playing such a huge role here. They overcommitted to kill the Cho. That's what I saw.
Oh man, honestly, at this point, the
Blue
Kerr is
team
actually
turret has been
buffing
destroyed.
Mobazane's Roger.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe the NA fans, they just want me to keep on doing it right now, as the Lord
Blue
is
team
going to be
turret
able to
has been
march on
destroyed.
down to the bottom side. Inhibitor turret taken very low as BTK look towards that top side. Look at the siege potential coming from Fried Chicken with that Beatrix outside of turret range. Steals just poking. This is what Oheb did to them. And BTK, they're on the rise. They're going for it. Oheb getting taken down really low. Real revelation though. They're going to be careful now. It's going to be Edward going for Zia. It's going to be him taken down. And Zaman Force will be able to pick up that kill. But Rise, what are you doing? Winner Truncheon though. It's all a bait. It's all a bait. Victor! He outclasses them. He goes and CC's zones 4 members away.
That's just what the Vindicator does. Victor buying so much on the map. But look, they're not done.
Mobazane!
Circling Eagle.
Oh my god, Zaman Force being used as well. Mobazane still able to kite away right now. It's going to be Edward following him through. It's going to be like a power style. Mobazane, he's trying to run, but look. Mobazane is going to get shut down. Edward Balboa going in, guiding Winner, bring him safely out. And oh my god, we have a game.
We have a game. Kuni, if you're listening, make sure you prepare the water, because this is such an intense match right now. Oh, look at it. It's not over.
Oh no, Blast is going to be used on the backside. Yahi coming in for more, him dashing away, but it's going to be him winning the fight. Fried Chicken now still able to cut away as Venus goes into the backside. Edward can't do anything right now. No bid is used. It is going to be both of the teams going in for an all-out fight. Fried Chicken picks up the purple buff, but no members dying in that brawl.
Leo,
Yes.
tell me what you're thinking right now.
I'm thinking BTK has just woken up. This is the second win we're looking for from them.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yes.
You have to do play-by-play tomorrow.
You're all out. You're tough. You give it your all, boy. You give it your all.
Come on, you're having fun.
This is great.
This is great.
What a game. But yes, let's take a look at the items here, LaFell.
Okay, looking at the items over here, looking at the damage from Oheb, he is basically full built. Interestingly enough, he has the Thunder Belt, so BTK, they do have to make sure that they're aware of this, because once they engage, once they get touched by Oheb, they all can't run away, and if they're fighting in the real world manipulation, they're gonna stop the journey, and then Bane will hurt. So I think this Thunder Belt is gonna be a real game changer if BTK overcommits and everyone gets slowed. Blacklist International, they're gonna say, I'm gonna kill all of you, and with Bane, he will push straight for the victory.
Well, did you guys realize that Mobazane has 10 kills in this game? 14 kills for his team and 10 coming from him.
I mean, given all that you're putting in, I don't doubt that he's gonna reach maybe even higher. So the reason why that is because of White Chicken and Victor. Clearly, they are the playmakers here. Damage coming in from White Chicken, just an annoying amount of CC and bodily presence from Victor. So for Blacklist, I'm guessing maybe they start with Zia. Again, just like how they did earlier in that team fight, start with Zia so that they can prop up for this Luminous Lord. That's what I'm seeing Blacklist should do to close this gap, but BTK, I don't think they're gonna make it happen so easily.
Well, let's see right now, BTK. Mobazane is gonna be caught out, circling Eagle to bring it backwards, but he's all alone. Shot goes in for the stun. Mobazane now going for the damage. He has the Lycan Pounce already baited on front. Numenon Blast being used, 2 ultimates. Actually, technically just 1 ultimate, but 2 for the side of Blacklist.
Oh, that is a boom, bang, bada, bing. Mobazane right now, 10, 2, and 1. However, Shark not having his Numenon Blast is actually a big cooldown for the side of BTK because that is the big engage tool. So probably BTK is also waiting this out.
But just the same, BTK can afford this time because there's permanent damage on the map for Blacks International. They have to continue managing these waves. Yes, you have great wave clear on the Bane, but the fact that the Bane Wise has to actually visit every now and then makes it all the more difficult. So yeah, they're always going to be a man up. Plus, thinking of how fast Victor rotates, it's going to be dangerous. So let's see who can engage here better.
Oh, let's see. Shark goes in for a stun, circling Eagle all the way to the backside now. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, but look at the damage plays onto him. Lycan Pounce being used as well. The Victor coming in. Look at Victor. He's going to be able to zone away 4 members, but look at the Zaman Force and the damage coming from Oheb. Now it's on all-out brawl. Shark goes in back and forth, able to get 1 kill. Mobazane jumps in with Lycan Pounce, able to get the damage onto Venus. Now onto Wise. The double kill picks up. Free Wise has been shut down. Now Immortality has been popped, but look at that. A 2 for 0 for the side of BTK.
Victor refuses to die. They popped his Immortality. He's alive.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, be careful. The Zaman Force has been popped. Real world inflation as well has been used. So 2 big ultimates already. And Blacklist, they need to back. Look at the immaculate decision coming in from White Chicken.
That was insane. That was crazy. Blacklist International, they're doing work in a team fight, but from side of BTK, Mobazane, he's being very, very patient. He's waiting for a lot. And then once everything's over, he's going in with a Lycan Pounce. Blacklist International, they're in trouble. BTK in the driver's seat.
Nothing fancy about it. That was a macro play enabled by just literally micro decisions. And they were literally outplayed almost at every single turn. BTK are putting Blacks International on their behinds up against the ropes. And now, for the second time, Blacks has to defend against a Luminous Lord.
Remember, BTK, they need to end it, all right? Sure, they've been doing it very, very well so far, but closing out a game against Blacklist, so far, in the last 2 days, no team has been able to do it.
Just the same, yeah. BTK can be asking Blacklist the same question I asked Victor earlier. Why won't you die? Why won't you go down?
Dying's bad. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Well, all right.
In most cultures, yes.
Yeah.
All right, Shark going in onto Venus right now. BTK going for the 3-way push at this moment. Edward going in, trying to zone away the minions right now. The deadly catch will be used on the mid lane. Zia popping in the black shoes. It's going to be a lot of war. Numenon Blast connecting on the 2 members. Oh, he's going to get taken down. Wait, the Dragon connecting on the Venus. And that's going to be BTK. No! What the heck? BTK! USA! What is that? 3-1 is a possibility. A 3-0 isn't anymore. BTK have cracked the Filipino win streak.
Well, that denies the Filipino stampede of M3. It's not going to happen. Not going to go clean, straight 9-0. But that does make things all the more interesting. BTK played their hearts out. The best possibly we've ever seen them this whole tournament. And they earned this win. They earned this tempo break against Blacklist International.
Oh, yeah. I called it. BTK was going to win this one. And like I called the game, I feel like we will need water because this level of intensity will continue. Blacklist International, they're still in the lead. But right now, Coach Bonchan has to look at the game and be like, what was the problem? Victor is a problem. Lolita was a problem. The Beatrix was a problem.
Well, all right, man. Honestly, we need a breather. So, analysts, take it away. I don't know what to say.
Don't worry, we got plenty to talk about here at the analyst stand. A lot to think about, and most importantly, the second win we were talking about for BTK. This potentially, if they can take one more game after this, this potentially could be one of the best series we've had here at M3. Currently, it's Todak versus EVOS. This one is coming up as a good contender.
Yeah, definitely. I think the BTK really showing up in this particular game. So many standout plays from standout players, and this time they have comfort picks. Love the fact that they now have the Beatrix for fried chicken. They also have the Lilia and the Roger. In fact, this is a composition that they were already able to win with against Blacklists themselves. And interestingly, I think my personal MVP for this one is definitely this Lolita. Shark was amazing. But you can never really discount the fact that everybody came out big coming out from the side of BTK.
Yeah, they absolutely came out huge here. They packed it all up, decided to get remotivated to take this one up. Beautiful, beautiful plays all the way. Just like Toomey. Have you guys heard about Toomey just yet? A luxury brand here, especially when they've come out with their new esports edition of bags. Oh my goodness, Toomey, the leading international performance luxury brand designed Toomey esports pro-level bags and accessories for gamers on the go. So if you want something that carries everything in one simple bag, Toomey has got you covered. With that being said, let's talk about the item build so far and the overall draft.
Whew. Okay, so let's talk about the overall draft first before the items, because I think that in hindsight, Blacklist International might have slipped up and allowed this draft to have this composition to happen for the side of BTK. Like I said, they have done this before. When they won in the game 1 versus Blacklist International themselves in the upper bracket match, this was their composition. Then eventually against EVO's SG, they also pulled this up. Now, Onyx PH prevented this from happening, but this time BTK will get it once again. The idea is to get Zia this Lilia, be it a Lilia or a Farsa, but mostly it's the Lilia for the damage. You have that peel and that crowd control. It was perfect.
It really was. And I think overall, you can tell by Oheb's overall build, he's going for just hard greed, waiting for the right time to punish BTK once they've expanded a good majority of their spells. And the problem is that Oheb can't necessarily go in with the Zaman Force when you have a Numenon Blast just charging up, knowing that when it's charging up, he most likely has the flicker to get that big reposition and hit multiple targets.
So the idea from Blacklist International was to actually get this Eve over the Beatrix, which is a great idea. However, the Lolita prioritized by BTK as well as this Cho allowed for the side of BTK to have answers to this Eve. And so far, so good coming out from the side of BTK, as now MOBA Zane, he popped off. This is what we're looking for. And this time as the Roger, I love the fact that he's using the Lycan Pounce just to dodge some of the spells of Blacklist International. That 1v1 with Oheb that we saw was actually one for the books. I mean, MOBA Zane just utilized the iframes coming up from the Lycan Pounce to kind of outplay Oheb, and Oheb wasn't able to do anything when the Zaman Force isn't already available. So that's why BTK, I do love the fact that they're abusing these little openings, little windows that they find in each skirmish.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's surprising to see how patient MOBA Zane is by holding onto that Lycan Pounce until absolutely necessary. Even when he is literally at lethal, he will still hold it, and that's so impressive. However, some of the key points that we need to keep in mind here, Victor having overall played that laning stage against Oheb very well, allowing to help control the top side of the map. And surprisingly enough, most people won't even realize that Zia, him taking away the Lethal Wanderer, giving him enough EXP to hit level 4 first, made the difference for the turtle fight. So let's give it up for our MVP, MOBA Zane.
MOBA Zane, 79% kill participation, an absolute banger in this game with 13 kills, only 2 deaths, and overall such an impact player for the side of BTK. I want to say there was there was something that I find very impressive about Mobazane and his Roger. The way that he's using the first skill, right? He's always hitting his shots. And even in range form, he knows how to deal the damage. I love that. And we saw that in their series against Blacklist International in the upper bracket, as well as against Evo's SG. He was one of those Rogers who utilizes the human form to its big advantage. He's using the Hunter steps so that he'll get more positional advantage. And of course, using the slows coming down from the inside of the first kill, was able to just be pesky against the side of Blacklist International.
I think at this point of time, it's something to keep in mind against BTK, because personally, I feel that at this point of time, Coach Bonchan really was giving a lot, even arguably too much respect, because there were times in the draft where we could have seen a different matchup here, and I think even for Oheb, he's tired of having to play a very oppressive lane, so he wanted to go for a Harith, and all of a sudden BTK thought one step ahead and switching things up.
I think it's not much really about the draft and their choices, right? Because they look good. I mean, Blacklist International were leading. It kind of feels like they're on the trajectory to actually take this to a 3-0, and that meant, however, that BTK just found their opening, and I think this time they have dealt well against this Eve. When you see the previous games coming out from BTK, they were just fighting under the real-world manipulation. This time, it's either they cancel it or they get out of there.
Yeah, just clean executions, as Leo has mentioned, the micro plays that make the overall macro look immaculate. But with that being said, we've got another game on our hands, everybody here. Ooh, game number 4 on its way. Let's throw it back to the caster's desk. Take it away, boys.
2-1, the Filipino win streak has been broken here in the M3 World Championship, second last day, and we are seeing magic, a miracle come on stage right now for BTK versus Blacklist for the lower bracket finals. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the caster desk. It is Mirko, Leo, and Lafel on the desk to accompany you throughout this series, and man, oh man, this has been a treat.
He called it. He said that this was the game wherein BTK would have come through. They would steal one away. How about now? What are you feeling?
What are you feeling? Blacklist.
What's the call?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with everyone's emotions. I didn't expect you to ask me that. The first word that came to my head was Blacklist. And the way that I do things is whatever pops in my head first.
Words just come to your head.
Words just come to my head. You know what? But to be fair, I went backstage just now and I heard the guys from BTK is like, "It's not over. It's not over." They're young, but their voice is very freaking deep. Whoa!
That's what makes it
over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they sounded like.
That's
Shout out
cool.
to Sultan Rick. He's probably somewhere here.
Oh, well, honestly, right now, I do want to talk about BTK. The reason they were able to get that win is, again, going back to their comfort picks. Roger, Lorita, all these picks coming in. Beatrix as well for Fried Chicken. It's going to be banned away for sure.
It's a little too much left. Exactly, yeah, I get it. It's a little too much left to their comfort and to their excellence. And yeah, specifically the fact that the show was open and the Blacklist were playing a lineup that essentially says, okay, come into us, come into this, and then we can punish. It's the story of a lot of the team fights is Blacklist chasing. Yes, it looks amazing when the circling eagle, this is where you say kaka. Where it's the circling eagle by Oh My Venus coming in, and it's just a little too dangerous because sometimes the guiding winds doesn't follow through or it's not the right target that's coming with you. Even V-wise, even those two coming in through this lineup by BTK, Cho, Beatrix, Lolita, Lilia, Roger, even they will fall.
I agree completely. And what are your takes on this?
Okay, so my take, the real problem in that game just now was Shark. He played so confidently. He really set up a lot for his team, as well as protected his team from crazy engages, because we've seen Mobazane on this Roger, and it can be defeated as long as you play it the right kind of way. From side of Blacklist, I feel like they do have an answer for that kind of composition. It just comes down to which is their true goal. I feel like the real problem is Fried Chicken and Shark. Mobazane, yes, he got an MVP, he's playing great, but shut down the people around him, and he will also lose chances to actually engage and get those kills.
You want to know a fun fact, guys?
Yes, we do.
That is Haji's first loss on the Eve in M3.
What?
Yes.
Anyways, we have to look at the Cho as well. The Cho is an amazing pick. Shout out to Moonton for creating such a wonderful hero that has survived the test of time. It really doesn't matter what kind of meta it is. Joe will be there somewhere.
Yep, he's been adjusted here and there. Some of his mechanics have gone through the years.
Oh, yeah.
But he's still the same efficient and effective tool in most meta games. So yeah, I'm guessing, given these two previously mentioned facts, Haji's first loss and Cho is amazing, I'm guessing put Cho and Haji to confirm the series.
At this point, because the series has just gone to like whoever picks Cho first,
Yeah.
technically,
Ban
the
it
last
out.
2 games, do you want to ban it out or do you want to first pick it? It's very expensive, I know, but
Hey, no. Honestly,
in the series, yeah.
First pick Joe, I think like that's pretty cool, pretty hella good because it has worked so far. So why not, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say here. Do they want to go for these crazy first picks now that it is proven that it works, you know? Yesterday in the RRQ series, we saw Skylar was able to do so many plays, able to stop the game, stall the game for so long on that show. We saw when Haji picked it up, it was just GG. It was a contest pick for RRQ and Blacklist this time around. Same thing.
Yeah. That's one point. That's one point of adjustment. Give Cho to Haji. Where do we go from there? On the side of Blacklist, maybe... I'm 50-50 right now on the main.
This Beatrix is still looking very good because
That
again,
too.
like the tower siege alone is way too impressive. I mean, she does a lot of damage, and in the lane, she is very good because look at our analysts. Even they were talking about this. Like, Oheb, try to give him a winning lane because so far he has to play this kind of, sustain, just be careful. But to be fair, with the heroes that Oheb kind of likes to use, it's fine. But yeah, give him the marksman because again, somehow when he uses anyone with a gun, he has extra range. Somehow.
It feels like it. That's how well he plays. Now going into the draft, Blacklist, as I expected, are going into the red side. They have that strength of picking 2 up on the swing back, but BTK, they nip it right at the bud. They ban the Cho.
I love that. I love that. Cho ban coming in from BTK, the adaptations, and also first picking that Beatrix for Fried Chicken. All right, Oheb has had the better games on the Beatrix, more dominant. But when you have this Beatrix on Fried Chicken, he makes the play happen. He's the X factor of the team. Blacklist, though,
Lolita
going
right now?
for the same. Yves and Paquito.
Lolita.
Oh my god, this draft is going so fast. Lolita and Esmeralda, the comfort picks once again for BTK. And honestly, I really like how this is going for BTK.
I mean, again, BTK, like, we can kind of call that draft already. They have the comfort picks. They've solidified. It's like, yes, our hero pool is not big, but let's not make that an issue. Let's just use this hero because, again, the Esmeralda is solid. Beatrix is broken. Muntan, pay attention. And Lolita, not really broken, but the way that Shark plays her is super good just because he's super confident and he can actually protect his team. This is a good pick. Aldo's coming in.
Ooh. But honestly, Aldous hasn't had a very good run here in M3.
Yep, very hot and cold, mostly cold, and just exactly what LaFell said. Honestly, these two teams are so much alike. The story of Blacklist at the beginning of their run throughout 2021 is the same way. Yes, we may have a small and very predictable hero pool, but we're winning. So what? That seems to be the direction that these two are going, and they're both so confident in that, and we love them for that.
Yes.
Like they know who they are, they know what their strengths are, they play to them, and that's earned them the success that they have right now on the world stage.
It's going to be insane right now, but Blacklist International, they have the chance to ban away the Roger, all right? That is going to be a huge ban if they do get it out of the way, forcing BTK, most likely Mobazane, to play that Granger one more time. But after suffering 2 losses in a row, do they really want to opt for that Granger if the Roger's banned?
Here's the thing. Aldous, I feel like, can play against them. However, I want this to be a jungle Aldous because I feel like it will skill much easier and he can actually put a lot of pressure on the map. If he is going to the gold lane, actually any of the lane, I feel like he's going to get bullied out by this Esmeralda as well as the Beatrix. So from the side of BTK, they should understand that this is probably going to be a jungle Aldous and the Rafaela getting banned out. Fair.
All right, now Blacklist International with the response. Do they want to pick up a gold laner first or perhaps the roamer for the side of Venus? Matilda has been banned away. Rafaela as well. Estes as well. Not that many left on the board. Yes, I was about to say Florian is the only healer left in this composition. But if it isn't the healer, What do they want to play? Do they want to just opt to go for Venus on
Your
this?
team is picking.
Wait a minute. That's going to be Haji, right? Playing
Yes.
the Grok. Venus on the Eve. Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. Is again, they have this whole dynamic of who's going to be playing support, who's going to be playing roam, and most likely, yes, it's going to be oh my
Let's
Eveness,
go.
oh my Eveness. But they answer back with the lethal Saber and Beatrix combo. It's here. They set it up.
Who's going to be playing the Lunox? Is it going to be Zia in the mid lane or White Chicken in the goal?
You said it right. Exactly that. I believe that that's how it's got to be. So this opens up a very good, but I don't know situation because mid Lunox has always been a little
Yeah, because, you know, like roaming is not going to be quick. You want to farm first, and you have to manage your mana as well. I feel like it's better actually putting the Lunox in the side lane.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But we know that White Chicken has a solid Lunox.
Yes.
But does Zia have the Beatrix?
Well, Zia surprises with the Selena. Who says she won't surprise us with this Beatrix?
You're
Okay.
right. Fair point.
Fair point.
Fair
Two
point.
questions. We'll see the answer to that. And yes, it is going to be Zia on the Lunox. No trades right now. Oh, this
I want
is
it to be right.
This is going to
Slow your roll. You were right last game.
true.
Oh, this is not looking good, but right now, guys, let's get hyped because again, going into this game, if BTK wins, we're going all the way, boys. We're going to 5 games.
All right, man. Honestly, I want a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the drafts as we are going to enter game 4. Oh my goodness.
Venus. Oh, sorry.
You guys are finishing each other's sandwiches.
Yo, well,
Well,
yes.
it is time right now, ladies and gentlemen, to get into these 2 drafts. Quick predictions. Who do you have it for? Just quick one.
I gotta say, Blacklist, I'm liking this lineup. It looks like they were cornered, but this lineup plays very, very specifically.
All right, but ladies and gentlemen, game 4 right now. Let's dive into the land of Dawn. BTK going up against Blacklist. Will they close out the series or will BTK force the 5th game in the series and force the boom bang bada bing to happen? Your quick fire, just go. Predictions.
My quick fire right now, because I don't want to be the same with Leo, I'm going to go with BTK. Both of these teams have very good win conditions. Let's go. Mobazane on the Saber. Make sure to get the early first blood.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to break the tie right now by saying BTK, but Y is already going in. It's gonna be Mobazane picking it up though. Beautiful retribution to steal it away from Blacklist, but that gives Wise an additional stack in his passive.
Here's the reason why I say Blacklist, all right? Early on, now we're seeing the interaction between these 2 lineups. BTK has a solid amount of scaling to do. They want that Esmeralda to get her items. They want that Lunox in mid as well to do the same. And Mobazane's gonna try to look for these pickoffs. Blacks International, it's very clear to them. We just won't. We'll just wait until Aldous, until Wise is ready to go ahead and sign these contracts and, you know, send people out to the afterlife. That's exactly what Blast is gonna do. And it's up to BTK to speed that up. It's on them.
Yeah, signing contracts is very, very scary. And right now, Wise will put the fear of business on the side of BTK. But right now, Mobazane, he is level 4 and he is at that Brody lane. Haji should be fine.
Yeah,
But right now, oh my Venus has to take care of himself as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Venus is going to be the target right here for Mobazane. Look at Venus. He's going to go in. Mobazane's still waiting in that bush, looking for a pickoff onto him. Haji opening up the map. Mobazane goes in with the help of Shark. The stun won't connect because of the anti-CC. Wise has made his way into the mid lane as well. Going in for some stacks. Will be able to get 2 minions right there. Let's see. Oh, Zia goes in, and that's going to be the Chaos Assault only. Mobazane still holding on to that triple sweep for now.
Yeah, right now for the side of Blacklist International, it's actually a good thing if they don't play the game for a while. You know, like, let them take the turtle and everything like that. Just avoid Mobazane first.
Oh, let's see. Haji's going to get taken very, very low. Victor jumps into the backside. Wise is going to be able to go onto the turtle as well. It's going to be the retribution taken away by Wise, but look at the damage coming in. It's going to be all the way. Victor in a 1v4. Turn up memory, going to be able to get some damage on the go, but it's going to be Wise taken down. Shark is able to get away, but now it's going to be the auto attack coming from Ohem. But look at the turn. Mobazane's still alive. He gets out, but not for long. Edward goes in for the kill. It's going to be him taken down as well, and that's going to be a 3-4-3. No, a 3-for-2 actually in the hands of BTK.
These 2 teams are giving the crowd what they want. A lot of action, huge trades. But here's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not going to be for the better. given the scaling that Blacklist International is looking for. But to be fair, credit where credit is due, Wise still took that turtle like a champ.
Yeah, that was a beautiful turtle steal right there. But chicken. Oh my God, that is insane.
Yeah, that was
That's Mobazane.
That's not bad. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. I'm here till tomorrow.
Yes, well,
We're here till tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Right now, looking at this game, honestly, in that kind of team fight, I kind of shut my brain off and then just enjoyed the scene. But going back into the game, Blacklist International, Zia is going to get caught, but the Brilliance should make it possible to survive. Yes, flicker out.
It's a bait though. Shark is going to be on the way. Numenon Blast is going to be able to connect onto Haji right now. Zia pops into Chaos Assault already going in, but it's going to be a mistake. Wise will punish him in that, and that is going to be a huge stack picked up once again for Wise. He is scaling even better than Mobazane right now. Look at the farm, level 7 to 6.
Yeah, right now, they have to realize Wise with that business stamp, putting them on the blacklist, chop on them. It's going to be very, very scary. And this is why I prefer Aldo's being in the jungle. He skills much faster, and he can get those stacks while punching people out. Right now, Mobazane is slowly losing out in terms of what he is supposed to do. But right now, he doesn't want to go engage.
Yeah, it's not a good engage right now. They don't have the damage just yet. Zia needs to keep on scaling before he goes for that white chicken. And Edward, though, already trading shots in that top side. He's still staying. Is that a mistake? Shark goes in for the stun onto Haji. Opening up the map once more as BTK goes and clears the wave in the mid lane. In the bottom side, there is a fight as well. Esmeralda versus Brody. Right now, Brody is losing on his trade, but the Tournament Memory will just switch it over to the side of Oheb. But Victor still has that regeneration, so he is actually going to win out in that trade. Take a look at the items, though. Fried chicken with the first item, Melfic.
Yeah, I feel like that is a little bit of a desperation move because they feel like they need to get a lot of the skills early on. So Malefic Roar will be finished much, much faster than the Blade of Despair. So I think that is a very good choice.
Oh, Zia needs to be careful, though. Pops the Brilliance. A huge ultimate already burned away. It's going to be the real world inflation. Going to be able to take off the kill onto Zia. Mobazane can't respond. He's going to take it low, though. Oh, that ultimate popped in. Wise will choose to go onto the Esmeralda. Nope, just getting some mobility on the board as he puts his focus onto the turtle. Chaji able to zone away the members of BTK, but Victor is going to go for an engage right now. Mobazane still has the triple sweep. This is the prime time for them to look for something, but no, they are not going to go for it. It is the retribution by Mobazane, but nothing more.
Yeah, mind you, Haji still had the wild charge. That's why he was so confident that he will not die. And in case he did, that would have been a clear sign for Blast National to say go time. Oheb still has the torn apart memory. Yes, Oh My Venus does not have the real manipulation, but the punish is very real since Edward did commit and he did rotate as well.
Excuse me, isn't Blacklist International supposed to be the one scaling up? Why are they taking the lead? Right now, they're almost 1,000 gold up, and BTK, they haven't been finding any picks. Hachi has to go away because he's like, yeah, this is not my business. I'm going to go away.
Sure, Blacklist wants to scale it up, but so does BTK. Honestly, they have the Beatrix, Lunox, and the Esmeralda. Sure, the Saber does fall off much harder than the Aldous, but the Aldous actually scale up pretty well as well. So, again, in the late game, Aldous will do damage, BTK too.
This is that dichotomy that I was talking about, the dynamic between these two lineups, is because Blacklist International just wants to keep slow rolling, right? But BTK, they have a mid-game spike, so I think that's why Blacklist also going a little faster now, because they want to make sure that that spike doesn't happen sooner than later.
Well, let's see. Mobazane already on to his purple buff. Blacklist International will look to contest, opening up the map. Shark's gonna get taken. Oh, look at quite low, but in the bottom side, Victor winning in this 1v1 as Oheb is forced to back away.
Right now, looking at the map, Oheb is not having a good time because this time, Oh My Venus is not actually babysitting him that much. Haji is just looking for picks as well, trying to open up the map, make sure that BTK does not have any kind of cheesy engages. But right now, Shark with the conceal, not really looking for anyone. The game is slowing down for a bit.
Yeah, and honestly, in the mid-game, Blacklist will have a little bit of a power spike as well, obviously with Edward, Oheb, and Venus on the board, with especially that Grok.
Gonna be key to maintaining this lead, if we can call it that, for Blacklist International, is vision. Wise has to use that contract fate very, very liberally to make sure that they know exactly where Zane is. That Death Bush play via the triple sweep is such a lethal threat. Even if it's just Shark showing himself, you never know who's hiding in the bush.
Absolutely, but now Turtle has spawned. This is going to be the third Turtle of the game. So far, Blacklist have been able to secure 2 out of the 2. Now, third one spawns. BTK looking for the trade in the bottom side. Let's see, Oheb, will he reveal himself? Nope. It is going to be Mobazain forced to back away. The vision controlled right there. Pops it in, and Oheb will have a safe time in his bottom side. Will just get the turret traded for the turtle.
I feel like this is quite a good play coming in from Blacklist. BTK, they will eventually get the pick, I feel. It's just that Oh My Venus right now, we're not seeing a lot from him as well, because even he realizes that Mobazain is actually just looking for him, because the rest is just going to be very, very dangerous. So as long as Oh My Venus is playing Magician and always disappearing, should be fine. This game will scale up. Sooner or later, Mobazain will come online as well, but it's going to be very difficult for him to find the right target. But speaking of that,
finally goes in for the triple team on the Haji. Wall charge will be able to bring him back, and that's going to be the kill traded. 1-for-1. White Chicken going in. But Wise is going to go in all the way to the backside. Now the stun connects onto the bottom side of the turf. White Chicken still able to connect. Wise gets outplayed. Double kill for White Chicken.
That was an odd play by Blacklist International. I don't think there was enough stacks on either target there for it to have been a good torn apart memory for Oheb. So it was very short-sighted. Look at this now. They're going to punish.
BTK with the lead again here. Turn after turn after turn as Blacklist International look for the trade onto the mid lane turret. It is going to be Edward picking up the turret, but the top side as well. Both of the teams looking for plays on the board. Shark going in for the stun. Snipe connects on Haji. Another one will miss as Blacklist will be forced to go for the collapse now. Edward is there. The ultimate is going to be popped by the side of Wise. Haji goes for the wall charge, able to connect on Zia right now. The Blast though, going to be able to connect on the two members. Zia skill able to kite away, but Wise jumping in the backside. Triple sweep, baby, as that's going to be Wise. Now playing Mobazain on the bottom side. Mobazain gets the kill though, and that is BTK going for the plays. Again, Edward will not be able to contest for long. Another good trade to the hands of USA, 3-1.
Looking at that, this is why I'm saying Mobazain will eventually find the picks that he does want to do, just because of Wise kind of overestimating what he can do. Okay, to be fair, he did get a kill. So it's still a very, very positive trade.
Shut down as well.
Shut down as well. So it is still a very, very positive trade coming in from the side of Blacklist International. However, we are starting to look at remnants where Mobazain right now is just going to be more of a counter-engage tool, more than an engage tool.
But at what point are these trades from Blacklist International going to be good and not detrimental? Because you keep doing this, and eventually BTK will punish. BTK will find a window maybe to take Lord for free, or maybe to push in deep. That's essentially what happened in the previous game.
Oh, wait a minute. Venus is setting up for a real-world manipulation there by zoning away. But White Chicken going for the snipes. Oh! Connects onto Venus. Half HP gone just like that. And that is an amazing setup for the Lord right now. Blacklist International needs to go for something. Shark is going to be able to go onto Haji. No damage placed just yet. Mobazain not using the triple sweep. Being patient with their abilities. They need to target. Shot selection is the key to this game. Wise on the other side of the map will be able to go and take the turret, but it's going to be the turtle taken away. No, Lord is going to... Oh! Edward Balboa gets it, but it's going to be the trade 1-for-0 right now. Mobazain is going to be targeted. Wise is going to be able to go to the backside. It's going to be actually taken down, though. That is a mistake, as that is everyone taken down. A double kill. 3-for-0. The Lord taken by Blacklist, but at what cost?
The same mistake as the last two team fights. They overextended, could have thought that they would kill in one punch, maybe two, but Blacklist International have underestimated the micro decisions BTK can make to extend their life. And so far, it's a free Lord. Yes, they get the buff on their minions, but they lost on the board. Presence is on BTK's side.
Wow, look at the way they cleared that Lord as well.
Not like nothing.
Yeah. Blacklist, at this point, with a 1,000 gold lead for BTK, they're going to be able to snowball this to even more, but they got to be careful. Blacklist International have some damage, a lot of damage at that, and they have a very good peel. The wins that BTK has been getting is coming off of an engage by Blacklist.
Yeah, we have to look at Oheb, because sooner or later he will come online. But from the side of BTK, White Chicken has been positioning himself so good. He's been dodging a lot of things and then counter damaging with, you know, the Demir's passion, with his snipe. Again, being able to hit the proper targets. White Chicken should be the one being targeted, but it's, again, so difficult. Look at Shark, 0, 1, and 7. He's been protecting and engaging very, very well. Every single time he does his Numinum Blast, someone from Blacklist dies.
At this point, Wise, honestly, like, the shot selection has been good, but he hasn't been able to execute anyone.
Something tells me that there's something else in play here. If they do it right, Blacklist International might actually be rubber banding. Blacklist International might actually be forcing these fights and getting these small advantages. And then
Haji.
at one point... could come back around. Again, just my thought. Again, rubber banding, it's a concept.
Yep. Oh my god! Snipes connecting onto Venus again. Half HP taken away before a fight even starts. And now it's time to take a look at the items. Ice Queen Wand on Esmeralda.
Yeah, looking at the Esmeralda, this is a very usual pickup of items for Victor. He just wants a lot of sustain, but he also wants to set up for his own team because this is the way that they play. They're trying to slow everyone down. They try to make sure that they don't run away, giving chance for White Chicken to deal a lot of damage. And the itemization from White Chicken is really focusing on Burst, Blade of Despair, Malefic Roar, and just in case bad things goes to bad, he has the Wind of Nature and Dreadnought Armor. So Wise, even though he goes in, looking at the itemization that he has is mostly defense. Yes, I understand that he has a lot of stacks. He can deal a lot of damage, but White Chicken, he already has the answer for this. Once Shark completes his own anti-caress, then yeah, Wise will kind of fall down a little bit. He's not going to be able to one-shot White Chicken. He might have to do 2 or 3 more punches.
All right. To put it at that, BTK right now, 1.8 thousand gold lead. They need to be able to snowball this. Remember, in Game 1, this is the lead that they had, but they weren't able to utilize it for any objectives on the board. And right now, Blacklist are defending, manipulating the waves to do the same thing.
It's a different BTK, though. This BTK learns so fast. We know that now for a fact. And who's to say that their win in Game 3 was the beginning, was the genesis of a brand new take on their playstyle. So far, Blacklist International, it's their turn to show us something new.
Let's see. Blacklist International going for their, conventional drafts here with Aldous, with Brody, the Yves as well as that Paquito. It is going to be the battle of the wits at this point. 13 seconds left until the Enhanced Lord comes into the game. BTK have the pressure, and Blacklist, they might have to force a fight early on here.
Right now, looking at this, Mobazane is going to get caught over there.
Oh my god, Nakashai going to be able to land onto 2 members. Mobazane still has the immortality, so he is still safe. Wise, are you sure about that? He needs to stop it right there. Yep, both of the teams scrambling, but that is a huge ultimate burn away. Wise already using that. This might be the chance for BTK to look for something on the map.
Right now, Blacklist, if they can bait out Shark's Numinum Blast, that's great. That's perfect. If Mobazane as well, since he has the immortality, meaning he doesn't have much of a damage, he's just trying to stop someone. So, Oheb.
Yeah, the snipe's connecting on Oheb, but look at the damage coming on Victor. He's going to be taken down instantly by Oheb using the Tornado Memory. Now, real world inflation to the backside. Zia forced to flicker away. It's going to be him taking him with kill. Shark going to be able to get taken down as well. Double kill picked up. And that's going to fight. Chicken running for his dear life. Oheb goes in for the stun. He's going to be taken down with nature though. He might just go for the outplay right now. No, unable to. 3 for 1. Oheb triple kill right now as Wise goes in on a Mobazane, but needs.
And this time it's for free. No longer is it going to be stolen by Edward. He's dead. It's still good for Blacklist International. And just like that, they've closed the gap. Nay, made it even more favorable for themselves. Now at 1,000.
Yeah, and again, this Alda is just going to get stronger and stronger. Oheb finally getting more kills on his own KDA right now. Edward doing so much, even though his KDA is 1-3-1. But look at the space that he provided, making sure that White Chicken focused on him and the rest was able to free hit on Shark.
Okay, let's see. Enhanced Lord defense now coming in for the side of this BTK. The wall has been placed. Haji is amazing at that. Real play. He's going to be able to zone away the members right now. Numinum Blast connects on the 4 members. Look at the falling Simon as well to follow it up. And Wise does so much damage at this point. Tornado Memory as well. Almost taking Victor down. But Blacklist, they have been unable to crack that base so far. Only taking the outer turrets.
Look at how tanky Blacklist is because they were caught in a lot of ultimates, but they just took it. It was fine. In this kind of situation, as long as White Chicken is not in the game, it's actually pretty fine for Science Blacklist. They can take any kind of prolonged fight that they want. So I think that they have a very clear win condition right now, as long as Shark is not able to catch them. As long as White Chicken is getting pushed out, Blacklist will win this team fight.
Wait a minute, Blacklist International, they're actually setting up for something. Haji goes in, while Charge not going to be able to connect right now. Mobazane still able to dive and back away. Numinum Blast connecting on the 2 members. Wise will stop at that, going onto Shark instead. This is going to be White Chicken on the backside, still able to kite away. Edward though, he's going to get taken very, very low, but Real Vision going to be able to zone and keep them at bay as Blacklist will just disengage. A beautiful, beautiful play by both teams there.
Love the dance happening between Blacklist and BTK right now. It started with a win from Blacklist. as they went in for the engage on Fried Chicken, but they answer back with a huge ult. Then they try to catch with that Numenon Blast, canceled by Blacklist, but they were able to get away from the rule manipulation. It's more of a, I give you 2, I take 3, then I take 2 again, then you go back to 0. It's amazing what these two teams are doing with each other.
Looking at Edward, he has the Bloodless Ass as well as the Malefic Roar, but the more important thing is the defensive item that he has. He has the Dominance Ice as well as the Athena Shield, able to tank a lot. Malbazine actually having a lot of penetration over here. War Axe, Malefic Roar, as well as the Hunter Strike. I feel like he can kill Edward, so Edward has to be careful as well every time he engages. Same thing with Wise. So yeah, I mean, it's still the same thing. As long as Fried Chicken is being targeted, they're fine, but they have to be a little bit more careful because a comeback is still possible.
There's another fun fact I want to talk about. Last time BTK won against Blacklist, it was the exact same score. Blacklist had match point, and BTK were able to capitalize on that. Wasn't a reverse sweep, though. Let's see if they can do a reverse sweep here. Because Blacklist, right now, they're controlling the map. Victor is, you know, in these few fights, he is building tanky, but it's been him bursted down many of these times. Blacklist seem to have the control over the map here.
Yeah, BTK, again, their main advantage is bodies. They have boots on the ground, and as long as that's there, they can find outplays. Blacks International, they're playing more of the map. They need to make these smart decisions. They need to be able to open it up and then force BTK to make wrong decisions. Again, they both have their strengths, and they're both trying to have the other play into it.
Let's see. At this point, what does BTK and Blacklist need to do? For Blacklist, obviously, they want a hard skirmish and organized team fight. But for BTK, again, I feel like it's the same. They need to isolate the members, using Shark to disrupt that organized play and go for the targets one by one. But the shot selection needs to be perfect.
Exactly. This is a game between Sword and Shield because look at BTK. Look at the team fights that they've been winning. They've been kiting. They've been counter-engaging. And Blacklist, they've always been engaging. So this is just a very straightforward fight. You're going to attack me. I'm going to defend. So who has the better damage or who has the better offense, who has the better defense, that's going to win. Makes it into a situation where it's not that interesting because it's not like two brawlers just going head to head. It's just it's a stare down. It's a stare down. Whoever blinks first loses.
That's literally what happened with Haji and Shark. They saw each other in that bush like, oh, hey, you're here. I'll go over there.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to wait here.
Positioning right now. BTK is going to be able to hit the Lord to like open up the map a little bit for them to get some vision. Victor in the mid lane, going to clear it out. Wise is in that bottom side. He has the ultimate, so he can play with this. BTK, do they really want to go for this Lord, though? It seems like they want to. Blacklist wants to respond as well. He's actually going to be able to dive almost to the backside. BTK is forced out of that Lord by Wise's ultimate. And just like that, Blacklist have regained control. It's going to be the free Lord for Blacklist. Look at that beautiful macro play, but look at that. Shark is going to be able to get some damage done. Victor jumps in with point. Starmoon, certified memory, going to be cancelled away. Victor taking all the damage right now. Numenon Blast goes in front. Wise is going to be the target right now. It's going to be all the damage placed on him. Immortality has been popped. The jungler will be compromised. Winner's truncheon bot, but all for naught as Fried Chicken picks up the kill. A 2,000 gold lead, but the Lord will be taken down instantly.
All the more worth it. I'll take this trade any day. 1 hero for a Luminous Lord. And the fact is, BTK won't be able to get much on the map either.
Right now, I gotta tell you guys, there's a very good reason why BTK, they started Lord first. Remember, what do they want to do? They want to kite. They want Blacklist to engage. So how do they make Blacklist engage? By protesting or, you know, like, contesting an objective. So, like, okay, we're starting the Lord. You got to stop us. And if you want to stop us, you got to engage. When you engage, this is our prime opportunity to disengage. Unfortunately, they gave the Lord, but still, look at that. They managed to get kill on the board.
Absolutely. Fried Chicken, no. Oh, he's actually going to be able to spot Edward in that bush. Not a lot of damage because he's just so tanky. But, again, it's a stalemate at this point right now. Both teams just looking for an opening in the enemy's game.
Yep, despite the macro advantage Blacklist International has, their global presence with the ult on the Aldous. Look at how blue the map is. That just means BTK is also putting up a good fight when we're talking about the macro game.
Oh, they're not just putting up a good fight. They are actually equalizing Blacklist International at this point. It's crazy to say, but BTK, look at them. They're actually going to be able to get some turrets on the board. Objectives now. You can hear the claps from the audience. This is a good game.
No, this is very dangerous because both the teams, the moment anyone wins a team fight, they can destroy turrets very fast. Blacklist International, they have the Brody, they have the Aldos. They can destroy turrets super quickly. But from BTK, they have White Chicken on this Matrix. So both these teams, again, it is a stare down. They're like, who's gonna crack first? Because it's all about a team fight. When you lose 3 members, that's it. We're gonna go straight to your base.
Peak Mobile Legends for coming from North America and the Philippines right now. 2-1 in favor of Blacklist. BTK, they'll need a miracle to go for a full engaged team fight. But look at this, Mobazane already going in. Star move.
Look at the
He's going to be able to connect on the 3 members right now. It's going to be Oheb running for the hills. Mobazane popping the ultimate onto the side of the wrong target, I feel. But he's going to be able to get the kill onto Venus right now. Victor going to be able to get 3 people in zone right there, all right? Victor, oh, Edward gets caught! Oh my God, he's still able to run away, but it's going to be,
They're still going!
Victor going in with Voice Sound again onto Oheb, still able to run away for now, but it's going to be him taken down. Turnabout memory going to be used. Oheb can't go anywhere. It's going to be Edward getting taken down, but no, he's still alive. Brilliance of the Order going in. Edward, will he be able to outplay here? Let's see. 2 for 1 right now for BTK. They're going to try to make it a 2 for 1. It's going to be, What is going on? 3 for 2. BTK gets the better trade.
I'm so sorry for anyone wearing earphones. Take that off now. Just put on speakers, because, yeah, we're sorry. We're going to shout a lot in this game.
In that moment, Edward did the math in his head. If I can turn this into 2v3, at least BTK won't get much on the map. I don't know what the equation looked like in his
the
head.
Beatrix is still alive, man.
Yep. It should have
huge.
been the Beatrix, but Oma Venus will be back, so that's still some hope here for Blacklist to defend.
But they've equalized in turrets. It's 5-5. They might even get more here. That's going to be the top side taken down. Haji can't really go for an engage right now. It's going to be Mobazame taking the orange buff as well. 6-5.
This is why I say it's so dangerous. A team fight can really convert into a lot of things. Haji is getting focused out, but he wants to go engage.
He goes into the watch out. 3 members right now. It's going to be Zane taken down, but it's going to be the look at Aldous. He's coming in. Number Blast to get Haji down. But Wise comes in. He picks up 1. He picks up 2 on the board. Tournament memory going to be used. White Chicken's immortality has been taken down. It's going to be the winner nature for White Chicken. He tries to run away right now. He's going to go and try to kite Wise, but Shark gets taken down. White Chicken, will he be able to? I don't think so. He's missing everything. Wise is going in. Happy feet. Wombo combo. White Chicken picks up 3-4-0. This might be the end, boys.
Wise turned him into Chicken Joy there, chased him down
Chicken
alongside. Whatever you like. The Filipinos are having their way here because they're sieging the base. Zia and Victor, the only ones left to defend.
Let's see Victor going in into the 3 members right now. Oheb still able to run away. Tournament member going to be used. It's going to be Zia taken down right now. Victor in a 1v4. What can he do? Winner's Truncheon going to be used by him, but he's going to be able to flicker in front. He's going to get taken down. Blacklist International. 30 seconds on the death timers. A 2-1. A 3-1. Philippine Grand Finals, baby.
This confirms a back-to-back Filipino champion. Blacklist International moving on through the lower bracket. The longest crawl an upper bracket team could ever make.
Please clip the earlier conversation when Leo asked me who's going to win this game. I said Blacklist, I'm going to take any victory that I can. But right now, speaking of victory, Blacklist 3-1. Not a sweep, but a win's a win by a mile or a kilometer. Blacklist is going grand finals.
What a performance by Blacklist and BTK. GG. Good game. Round of applause for both of the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, what a brilliant game played by both BTK and Blacklist. All respect deserved for these teams.
Say what you will about BTK. They have flown out miles, hours, days away from their homes, and they have pushed Blacklist International to their limits. They may not have taken home the trophy this World Championships, but they've won our hearts. Who'd have thunk that this group of friends from all the way across the world
Number 2 region.
would prove that NA is now the number 2 region? Yes.
Number 1 region, Philippines. Number 2, North America. This is crazy.
As per the power rankings would say, here at this stage of M3, Blacklist International, the victors, but BTK have proven that they are that strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a deep dive at the longest game in the series. Gideon, Wolf, it's time.
Before we say anything further, congratulations to both of these teams. Well deserved of a round of applause. One of the most intense series we have seen thus far. Well done to both Blacklist International as well as BTK. An incredible series, truly. And even off stage, we are already seeing both Oheb as well. Oh, I wish people could see it. And Victor embracing. This is a beautiful game.
A beautiful moment.
A truly beautiful moment. But well done. The best from the West. Now, the #2 region representing North America with the Philippines. Welcome. Oh boy, what a time.
This is actually indescribable. I hope that you guys get, maybe eventually when they get the VODs out, maybe if they edit some of the BTS, the behind the scenes videos. My God, Victor just, the rest of BTK approaching Blacklist International, hugging it all out. I mean, for sure that they've been talking smack about each other, but when that only stays in the competition. But right now they know that they are just competitors at it, the best at it, in fact.
Well, now for the hardest part. Let's break down this game.
Woo!
26 minutes in total, a truly back and forth, nobody giving each other an inch, and BTK coming out with one more kill over Blacklist, but Blacklist winning the war.
Yeah, the wind of nature as well as the winter transient plays from both ends of the game. Just really, you're really gonna be amazed about how they were able to play it, and particularly this time for Victor, as well as White Chicken buying so much time in many crucial clashes, and we're gonna have to give it to the rest of BTK when they